Depuis 10 ans. By Veriburn, proud medical supplier to university sports since 1979. Fier partenaire du sport universitaire depuis 1979. The Government of Canada. Le gouvernement du Canada. And by Cavendish Farms. Enjoy the game day taste at home with Cavendish Farms. Profitez des saveurs de jour de match chez vous avec les frites Les Fermes Cavendish.
Welcome to the 2023 Cavendish Farms University Cup on CBC. I'm Bo Ford, joined alongside by Norman Beck as we get set to bring you this U Sports semifinal matchup between the number 5 seeded Alberta Golden Bears and the number 8 seeded UPEI Panthers. Norm, the Panthers made history inside this Eastlink Center in Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island last night in front of a packed house. There's one more ticket left to the dance, but there's no tickets left to get inside this arena.
They sold out in a hurry today, Bo. Everyone has been pretty ramped up for this. You know, that was a historic moment here for the relatively young UPEI program. I mean, we're talking a university that really in its current iteration is just over 50 years old. Comparing that to University like New Brunswick, 100 plus years, University of Alberta, similar sort of legacy. But we're coming in here when we're looking at the fifth ranked team, seeded team, the 8th seeded team. Put those seeds out the window. These are two teams that have earned their spot here. Alberta, they put a dominant game against Windsor. Last night, the Panthers were dominant against the number 1 ranked Calgary Dinos. Both of them have earned their tickets here. Both of them deserve to be here. We're in for a highly entertaining game here tonight.
The storylines are setting up as we take a look at this bracket. Will it be an all-AUS matchup with the UPEI Panthers taking on the UNB Reds? Or will it be the two storied franchises that you talked about in the University of Alberta Golden Bears and the UNB Reds? We're about to find out here tonight.
Well, there's one thing I do know for sure, Bo. These University of Alberta Golden Bears, they've come in with a burr in their boots. And they were not happy with the way last year's final ended up, losing that game 2-goal lead to UQTR and eventually succumbing in double overtime. They were playing with a level of pace the other night and a sense of urgency that was at a different level, certainly than Windsor was in that game. You know, the question is, what's the pace going to be like tonight? UPEI set the pace there last night and dictated it and maintained it throughout the game. U of A did a similar sort of approach against Windsor. You're looking at two teams that got a heck of a lot to play for. What a marketing dream to be able to have an all-AUS conference. But you know what? The other side of it, too, if you're looking at it, two marquee programs in U Sport hockey, either way, it's a win, right? You're going to be looking at a tremendous final tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock. All we're looking forward to right now is enjoying the ambiance here tonight. History-making, possibly, Bo, looking at it, and you know, the scripts, the storylines are varied, the storylines are interesting, intriguing, but, you know, we're ramping up, and it feels good.
Panthers come in with the same lineup here tonight. The Golden Bears, they lose 2 guys. Adam Hall, first-year forward. Ryan Hughes, a second-year forward. They were injured in yesterday afternoon's game. And as we see the UPEI Panthers get ready to take to the ice, this place will go absolutely bonkers.
Well, it was last night. I mean, you and I were talking this afternoon that people were saying they couldn't hear your commentary over the noise going on as we hear the old Abbey horn going on here once again to welcome the Panthers onto the ice. We got the bells going, and much like last night, the fans will be hoping that the old Abbey horn will be ringing on multiple occasions here tonight to signify success for the hometown Panthers.
Time to throw it over to the public address announcer, Kirk McKinnon. He'll do the pregame ceremonies, the national anthem. We'll be back with puck drop here in just a moment.
Epigwin on the traditional unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. Ladies and gentlemen, this time I'd ask that you please direct your attention to center ice for our ceremonial puck drop. Joining us this evening, please welcome, veuillez accueillir pour la mise au jeu protocolaire, representing the 2023 U Cup sponsor Provincial Credit Union, Bernard Gillis. Woodhouse Golden Bears captain Matt Fontaine and Panther coach Troy Lajeunesse, please make your way to center ice. Thank you, Bernard. At this time, I'd ask everyone to please stand for the singing of the national anthem. Maintenant, nous demandons à tous de veuillez vous lever pour le chanter notre hymne national. Would you please welcome back the son of UPEI men's hockey alumnus John Brieux and UPEI field hockey alumna great Tracy Gairns-Brieux, Cole Brieux.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. Car ton bras s'est porté l'épée, il s'est porté la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God, keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Welcome back inside the Eastlink Center here for this semifinal matchup tonight. Starting goaltenders. There's a man that got the biggest win in his tenure as a UPEI Panther last night. Jonah Capriati, a second-team AUS All-Star, turned aside 20 shots last night, a 2.00 goals against average and a .900 save percentage in the event. At the other end, Ethan Kruger, the second-team Canada West All-Star, a 26 save shutout in a 7-0 drubbing over the University of Windsor Lancers. He'll get the calling goal for the Alberta Bears as they look to go back to the championship final. Center ice. Troy Lajeunesse Fontaine going to win that draw back for the Golden Bears, and Plouffe will take it in behind the goal. He'll work it over to the far side to Prokop. Through the middle of the ice, DJ Shea going to pick it off. It'll roll off of his stick, and it's played there by Platts. Platts through the neutral zone. Here's Fontaine. A burst of speed by McEachern. Centered in front. The backhand scores! Eric Florchuk early on here in period number 1. 23 seconds to be exact. Put the Golden Bears up by 1.
Well, Bo, this is something the University of Windsor struggled with yesterday with speed through the neutral zone. You see the captain there, Matty Fontaine, gets it into Eric Florchuk. Yesterday, he ripped it up, far down. This time, he says, I got a different MO. I'm going to go in. I'm going to get you to open up the wickets. I'm going to slide it in between. Much like yesterday, the Alberta Golden Bears start with pace and on time and get a much sought-after early lead to try and take the Eastlink Center crowd out of this one.
Here's Pearson. He'll turn and fire, put that one high and over the goal. For the Panthers now, they'll have to defy the odds of the tournament. It's been an ongoing trend here. A team that's able to strike early in a period usually comes out on top here, and the Golden Bears have done so here this evening.
One of the tendencies that we've seen unfold, the commonalities between a lot of the games have been early strikes, either at the beginning or at the end of the period.
And behind the goal, here's Darian Pilon. Centers out to Drake. He'll rattle one just wide on the blocker's side of goaltender Ethan Kruger. The centering pass in front. A good look there for Danil Antropov. Here's Jack in Smallwood. He'll turn one back out through the neutral zone. Pico will chase it down into the corner. Andrew Pico battling for that puck along the wall. Justin Hall will watch on. As it comes out through the neutral zone, here's Darian Pilon. He'll fire one high up over the glove. It'll rim around. Here's Candela from the point. He'll take another high shot as Darian Pilon skates into it, throws one towards the goal. Drake Pilon will chase into it, far side corner boards, backhands one down to Danil Antropov. Antropov tries to play it into his feet, he'll poke it away. It'll come to the slot area. Pekka off the bench was driving forward for that one. Here's Pico blasting it in, and Kruger will stop it up for Blue.
Panthers not looking like they're rattled at all by 3 good chances. They come back after Alberta took the early lead on that goal. Caleb Pearson, the hero last night, getting the wrister up, and a couple of good exchanges in between the Pilon twins. Good response by the Panthers.
Carr sends it over to Brassard through traffic, tipped in front. Pekka gets it out of the corner. Jaden Pekka again, back to Matt Brassard. Fires one. He had 7 shots on goal last night. Dalen Gruel took a clip there in front of the goal. He's slow to his feet as he returns back, and here comes Weave up over the line. Drawing in here for this Golden Bears team. Capriati takes in the mitt, and he'll hold on.
Dalen Gruel's wincing pretty good in pain going off the side. Harry McKeever over there going to have a good look at him. He was really good last night, Bo, in terms of providing energy and pace, physical plays. We see the physical play starting here early with the U of A Golden Bears. Platts, big heavy defenseman, getting that groove right there. He can back in. He got hurt on the ensuing play. Not exactly sure what took place, but we'll have to monitor that, see what his status is going forward.
Here's Ladigan from behind the goal. He'll walk out, try and fire one. It'll go wide in the blocker side. There's the captain, Fontaine. He'll play it down low. Prokop skating into it. Comes back up top to Sexsmith. He'll fire, and that one high and over the brain bucket of Jonah Capriati. Spinning and firing it in. There's Fontaine. Ladigan out from the corner. He'll fire one in far side. Head off for a change. Brassard tries to play it off the glass. It's turned back in here by Ladigan. Into the slot. Here's an opportunity through the blue paint. Capriati down. Puck still loose. Ladigan couldn't get the second opportunity off the trigger. Maximovich poking it forward into the zone. He'll battle there with Sankovic. Comes back to the point. Curtis Henry will play it down into the corner. Sakovic knocked there by Maximovich. Back up top. Here's Curtis Henry at the blue line. Henry looking for a lane. He'll fire one in. And I tell you what, Ethan Kruger didn't see that one coming through as it just goes wide on the blocker side. Here's Shea battling for it down low. Coming out with it is Prezuzzo. He'll play one back to Davidson. Davidson goes cross ice. On the stick of Sakovic, comes through the neutral zone. Prezuzzo makes a play up. Henry has that puck in his feet. Here they come, the Golden Bears back 2-on-1. Volcan had that one roll off of his stick as he was fed that puck by Tyler Prezuzzo. Here's Volcan again. He'll fire. Smallwood will block it. Pearson hooks it by Blue through the neutral zone. Caleb Pearson fights off a trek of Fedrick. Then he feels the body check, knocking the bucket off of Blue. Up over the line. Here comes Smallwood. Smallwood tries to drop it back. Beauregard quickly turns it back. Here's Pearson. Look to find Pilon streaking. It's off the stick of Davidson. Frederick plays it rink wide. There's another hit by Darian Pilon as Smallwood comes over and fires one. That one just high over the blocker side. Justin Hall tries to drop one back. Drake Pilon takes the hit, plays it out, and Dawson Davidson will come back into the Golden Bear zone. He'll play it to Florchuk. 15 minutes left to go here in the first period. Golden Bears up by a score of 1-0 on a goal from Eric Florchuk. Here's Connor McEachern, a continuous pace here so far now in this first period. Sakovic to Florchuk. Florchuk back to Sakovic. He'll fire, and Capriati with the glove will hold on.
One of the best chances the U of A had came earlier on in the sequence. You can see Ladigan get in, big Patterson in front. Block shot there by Connor McEachern. No one knew where the puck was. Ladigan stuck with it, got her little wrister off at the end, but Maximovich came in, cleared the zone at the last minute. But what we're seeing here, Bo, a couple of teams that like to play with pace are both playing with pace here. U of A has been very impressive with their speed through the neutral zone. Their puck movement has been crisp. The Panthers, for their part, have been they've got their legs going early in here, and it looks like they're ready to be engaged physically, which is going to be in part. It's good to see Dalen Grew back out there, that he's not injured for the Panthers as well, too.
Another high shot that'll rim on around. It's played there by Prokop. Tries to get it down to Fontaine. It'll roll to Connor McEachern. McEachern over to Brassard. Matt Brassard lost one through the neutral zone, and that one goes through the leg. Jaden Pekka trying to get to that puck. He's all tied up there with Frederick. Here comes Gruel in to join the mix. Dalen Gruel puts it back in behind the goal. It's played there. And Sakowicz gets it up. Here's Fontaine through the neutral zone. We see that sneaky speed there as he'll play it in on Capriati, who holds it with the glove and takes the whistle. The best of U Sports women's hockey action is happening at the 2023 U Sports Women's Hockey Championships in Montreal. Catch all the semifinal action today and tonight on CBCSports.ca and CBC Gem. Mount Royal against Montreal. Concordia taking on UBC.
The UBC team is fun to watch.
Here's Sexsmith for the Golden Bears. He tries to fire. That one's blocked. Lajeunesse off the boards up to Shea. Shea tries to cut through the middle with that puck, and Davidson will turn back in his own zone. Watch there by Maximovic. Dawson Davidson reverses one back to Sexsmith. He'll send it around the boards, and that one chipped to Volcan from Smallwood. There's Curtis Henry pushing it forward now. Lajeunesse comes in and floats that one in near side corner boards. There's Dawson Davidson again from the back end. He'll play one off, and Volcan will start it up here for the Golden Bears. He'll play it in. Capriati will field it and leave it there for Curtis Henry. Curtis Henry tries to get it up to McKinnon. He's able to redirect it back into the neutral zone. Played there by Dylan Plouffe. Plouffe gets it up to Weeb, across to McGregor. McGregor closed off there by Beauregard. It's in the neutral zone. Sent in by Weeb, and Capriati will leave it there for Candela. Cole Candela to Andrew Pico. Pico back to Candela now, in behind the goal of the Panthers. He'll find Caleb Pearson cutting through center ice, gets it off to Carson McKinnon. McKinnon sends it rink wide to Beauregard off the boards. He'll shoot one off a stick. That one didn't miss by much on the glove side. Quickly turning it back is McGregor. He'll play it in, head off for a change. Brassard will flip one into the middle of the ice. Pearson gets it up through center. Here's Darian Pilon with a stride. Pilon to the goal, forehand. Save made there by Ethan Kruger. Here's Pilon again. He's had some swagger in his stride here for the Panthers in this first period. 12:02 remaining. Here's McEachern. He'll fire one, blocked away by Kruger. Antropov will seal it up as he's watched by Sakowicz down underneath the goal line. Plouffe battling for it there as well, as it'll come loose. Smallwood will backhand one right on the stick of Brassard. Brassard walking the line. He'll fire off the backboards, and it'll bounce out. Panthers able to keep possession inside the zone. They're able to get it out now, and here's Smallwood. Brassard able to get a stick on it, plays it to Drake Pilon. Matt Brassard tried to go for. Chuck Neer picked that one off, and McEachern will get it out.
Good effort there by Ethan Sakowicz. Goal there to catch Darian Pilon. That nullified potentially really good scoring chance. Made it difficult for him and made it easier for Crew to get the save on that one.
Here's Dawson Davidson. He'll play it over rink wide. Drop back to him from Frederick. Davidson by Gruel, plays it in. Henry gets it up to Gruel off his shin pad. Davidson to Fontaine, centered in front to Prokop, but it's Jordan Marr. Marr to Pekka. Pekka plays it in. Gruel first one on that puck. He's closed off hard down underneath the goal line. Knocked down. And Fontaine will start it back. Frederick sends it in near side corner boards, and Smallwood will let it roll to Curtis Henry. Henry over to Ian Smallwood for the Panthers. A couple of Smallwoods out here. Jacket for the Alberta Golden Bears. Here's Lajeunesse through the neutral zone. He plays it in, and TJ Shea will skate into it. Tries to center it to a streaking Maximovic, but it's quickly turned back the other way. Prezuzzo gets it up to Sexsmith. Sexsmith drops it off. There's a drag and a fire blocked by Candela. Good back check there by Lajeunesse. And here comes Maximovic back the other way. Shea driving the goal. Here's Shea up over his stick. Sexsmith was sprawled out there. Lajeunesse up top.
Just got enough of it. It was Sexsmith coming back. Joel Sexsmith Great effort there for him.
Backhands one, centered in front. Crawley lets that one bleed through the blue paint. As Broussard back across to Andrew Pico. Pico off a shin pad. Beauregard chips it out off the wall through the middle of the ice. McKinnon reaching for that one, able to keep it inside the zone. Carson McKinnon finds Caleb Pearson. He makes a stagger step, tries to find it through to Beauregard. It's out off the glass and by Connor McEachran. He's in a foot race now for that puck with McGregor. McEachran gets back, sealed up along the wall. Crawley comes in to join McGregor. He'll come out with the puck, tries to center it into the slot. Rolls to McGregor. He's in behind the goal of Capriati. Centering feed knocked away by Beauregard. Broussard in behind the goal, gets it across to Connor McEachran. To Caleb Pearson. Pearson through the neutral zone. He'll spin away from Justin Hall and play one across. That one off the skate of Antropov. Pearson works it back to Smallwood. Cross ice to Curtis Henry. Henry to Ian Smallwood. Smallwood will play it up. It's tipped in by Antropov. Darian Pilon will go in after Dawson Davidson. Pilon plays the body on Davidson. Tries to center one out. It's nullified in front. Back to the line it comes. Curtis Henry plays it in. Near side corner boards. Pilon reads it. Centers one out. Nobody home. And that one will come all the way back into the Panthers zone.
That's what the Panthers want to be doing. Getting in and guys like Dawson Davidson. He's going to log a lot of minutes here for U of A. Good exchanges there. Caused the turnovers, forced Dawson Davidson to make a play a lot quicker than he would normally have liked to.
Here's Pekka, back to Pilon. He'll fire one and ripped out of the air by Ethan Kruger. 8:20 left to go in the first period here from the East Link Center. It's the University of Alberta Golden Bears leading the UPEI Panthers by a score of 1-0.
Sprinkled, drizzled, or straight up. There's a million ways to eat Cavendish Farms fries, but only one way to make them. The right way. Cavendish Farms fries. Made our way. Enjoyed your way.
Hey, U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Welcome back inside the East Link Center. There's a good look at head coach Forbes McPherson and the UPEI Panthers bench. They go down 23 seconds into this first period, but it doesn't seem to phase them. Here's a good look for Kyle Maximovich. Tried to get it across to Smallwood or Shea, but a good back check play there from the Alberta Golden
a great
Bears.
effort by Troy Lajeunesse to create the play in the first place, but tremendous effort coming back. Joel Sexsmith did not quit in the play. Look at that, just got enough. You're talking about putting it in the hands of one of the most dangerous players for the UPEI Panthers. And, you know, I mean, you're just looking at that. That's the kind of compete level we're getting in this game, from both sides. Troy Lajeunesse, of course, the captain of he drives the engine here for UPEI. Joel Sexsmith's coming. Those little things that are really going to make the difference in deciding this game.
Shea wins that face-off. Brassard can't get that one in, and Lajeunesse has it sticked around. Florchuk will play it down into the Panther zone. Here's McEachran. He's all by himself. Pressured there by Fontaine. He's able to reverse one back to Brassard. He'll play it to Troy Lajeunesse. Lajeunesse up to Shea. He'll play it on the wrong side of center. Maximovich on his horse and unable to beat the D-man. Joel Sexsmith back to that puck, and we'll get a offensive zone face-off here for the Golden Bears with 7:58.
I was just looking at Zach Beauregard on the bench there, and I don't know whether he's into this game, but looking at that video screen in the last break there, Bo, we could see that his dad's certainly in it down there in Section 2. He was leading the charge, getting the troops all rallied down in corner there to see if they can urge the Panthers on to success in this semifinal game, number 2.
Lajeunesse to Brassard, tipped in there by Maximovich, and Kruger will come out and stop that with the big stick. He'll rim it on around. Played there by Sakowicz. TJ Shea able to turn it over. He'll get it to Brassard. Matt Brassard will fire, blocked by Volcan. The second attempt put towards the goal. Blocked there again. There's a puck kept in by McEachern. The second attempt gets out, hops over the stick of Volcan, and Broussard will turn and chase that puck down back in the Panther zone. He'll just try and stretch one out. Patterson off the bench, able to read it. He'll drop it back to Plouffe. Plouffe goes rink wide to Platts, through off the stick of Volcan. He'll tip it in, head off for a change. Here's Broussard to Jaden Pekka. Pekka makes a move in his own end, gets it off to Jordan Marr, far side boards. Here's Marr up over the line. He'll play that one in. He'll get his man caught up, gets it across to Gould. Back to Jordan Marr. Marr will turn and fire. That one just wide in the pad side. Smallwood turns and fires. That one's off a shin pad, up and out of play. Face-off will come inside the Golden Bears zone.
Part of the juggling line that Ian Herbers had to do here today for his team was figuring out who he was going to do with the replacement. You see Bruce McGregor out there with Cam Weeb. McGregor, of course, if that name sounds familiar, his grandfather Bruce, of course, played back with the Detroit Red Wings, the New York Rangers, WHA with the Edmonton Oilers as well too. And I know his father Brad was also played down here with the Nova Scotia and Cape Breton Oilers. As again, the maritime connections, the hockey word is connected pretty small, and a couple of names there, of course, breed familiarity either locally or nationally.
Platts tries to stretch that one out. Here's Prokop. Off there in the corner. Pearson plays the body on him. He'll continue to battle for that puck. It'll come to Carson McKinnon. He'll challenge Davidson one-on-one. He'll chip it by and try and chase it down. Dawson Davidson in behind the goal, rims one up. Fontaine, he's closed off there by Pico. Pearson can't touch that puck, and Fontaine's able to take it back in and play it back. Picked up there by number 7, Dylan Plouffe. Through the neutral zone, through center ice. Here come the Golden Bears. It's played in by Jack and Smallwood. Candela turns, gets it on the stick of Antropov. He'll find Pilon, but that's in his skates, and it's turned back by Hall. Antropov able to stick it out into the neutral zone. Sexsmith makes a play back, and he'll take it just inside his own blue line, working through the middle to Justin Hall. Hall closed off there by Candela. Pico finishes the body, and Drake Pilon has it down in the corner. Tries to get it up to Antropov. It'll come into the slot area. Worked off to Davidson. He'll fire one and rip one right off the post. The Irons singing inside the East Link center with that shot.
Well, Dawson Davidson, he's a big top-end player here, of course. Canada West second-team All-Star. Adam Hall, he knows what to do. Throw it into the hands of that guy right there. He ripped it over a point a game for this University of Alberta Golden Bears, carrying that point a game performance pretty much into the playoffs. He's a guy that's really come off the charts for me, Bo, in the first 2 games. I love his performance. I like the way he plays. Just a hard-nosed guy, great skater, plays a ton of minutes. You know, we'll be calling 44. We'll be calling 44 green and 5 white a heck of a lot here tonight. You know, Forby and Morgan rely heavily on Matt Broussard, of course, the U Sports second-team All-Star, first-team All-Star, top defenseman here in the AUS. Had a banner season prior to his wrist going down with the injury, which really impacted the UPEI Panther squad in the late run and into the playoffs. But I'm happy to have him back right now.
Here's McEachern at the blue line, gets it to Shea. Shea will drag and fire, and no traffic in front. Kruger will make that save. Canada's best university men's volleyball teams head to Hamilton for the 2023 U Sports Men's Volleyball Championship presented by Mikasa. The consolation round is exclusive to CBC Sports YouTube channel, while championship semifinals are on CBC Gem, CBCSports.ca, and the CBC Sports YouTube channel. Check out usports.ca for game times and channels. Here's Connor McEachern in the neutral zone. He'll put one high off the backlash. Shea. Down low. Gets it to Lajeunesse. Lajeunesse comes out from the top of the circle, gets it back. McEachern crosses one over to Broussard. Broussard can't find a lane. He's closed off, and Sakowicz will play it in. Prezzuso will go after McEachern in behind the goal. He'll leave it there for Broussard. Matt Broussard tries to find Gruel with it, and Dawson Davidson will play it far side boards. There's McGregor. He'll play it in, and it's knocked back through the neutral zone. Here's Marr after Davidson, the pair of Panthers. Marr gets the puck on his stick. He'll backhand one in front. Puck down as Kruger made the save. Rebound rolls into the slot, and it's sent the length of the ice for icing. There's another great work there. Dalen Gruel, Jordan Marr, fourth line, playing some of their best hockey in their lives.
They were excellent last night. I mean, they gave the Panthers so many good minutes last night in the game. And here you go once again. Of course, Jordan Marr with his Memorial Cup experience with the Bathurst Titans. That's the sort of guy that the Panthers will be looking to rely on. Give him really good minutes. Give him that leadership presence. Give him that veteran's experience of what it takes in order to get up to that next level. So good shift in there. Of course, Jordan's been battling the ankle injury and coming back. He hasn't looked too worse for the wear, in my opinion, in the first 2 games back after that injury.
Face-off tied up in the offensive zone. Beauregard swinging in, gets it back to Smallwood. Smallwood off the backboards looking for that redirection. It'll come to the stick of Zach Beauregard. Here's Beauregard. Henry a rolling puck. He'll take a slap shot, and that one's blocked away by McGregor. Beauregard play it in. He'll sidestep a check from Weave through the neutral zone. McKinnon goes in after the puck after Sexsmith. Pearson creates the turnover. Down low, here's Pearson. Comes back up top to Henry. Curtis Henry plays it back into the zone. It's off the set of hands. Reaching for it was Pearson. Weave able to play it out. Henry to Ian Smallwood through the middle of the ice. Here's McKinnon. Chips it off to Caleb Pearson. Pearson drags and fires. Blockered up and out of play by Ethan Kruger.
One thing that Forby McPherson always likes is he likes to see when Caleb Pearson gets his pins going. He's a guy we saw make a difference here in that game last night. He broke it open with that highlight reel goal. Pounced on the puck, loose puck in the neutral zone. Went in, was able to get it past Carl Tedachuk to expand that lead to 3-1, and that was a real difference in that game. That gave a bit of breathing room for the Panthers as the Dinos had tried to make claw their way back into the game. Caleb Pearson proved to be a difference maker, and we've seen over the course of our years, Bo, watching him, he's the type of guy that when he's hot and he's feeling it, he's a big difference maker and can really light it up offensively and be a dynamic player for the Panthers.
Pico lays it down. Here's Jack and Smallwood. Smallwood taken into the boards there by Pilon. Pilon again. There's a pair of them. Darian Pilon in the back force, and Plouffe will rim it on around. Antropov coming in, banging bodies. Pico will pitch in after Smallwood. Smallwood tries to make a play, and the Golden Bears will chip it out. Here's Florchuk up over the line. He'll play it back, and there's a back pass by Antropov. Pilon tries to play it over to his brother Darian. Again, Drake can't get it through, and turning back the other way. Overskating it was Hall, but Florchuk's able to skate into it. That's going to be blown down offside with 2:42 left to go in period number 1.
Oh, Coach Ian Herbers would have to be pleased with how his team has performed here so far. One of the big things that I've seen, Bo, with him is a lot of commitment to shot blocking and getting in the shooting lanes. And you saw it with Volkin there in the last shift. Justin Hall just before that. You see it once again, but that's what championship teams do, right? They get in, they make it difficult. They force teams to the outside as best they can, protect the house. Alberta's doing a really good job of team commitment to that so far in this game.
Here's Maximovich, gets it up to Lajeunesse. Here's Troy Lajeunesse. He'll drag and fire with Kruger again. Kruger's been hot with that blocker here tonight, Norm, in the goal of the Alberta Golden Bears. The Panthers, they have a game plan. It's going high. Ethan Kruger's been a difference maker.
I think it caught his sticks, no question. I mean, you know, Ian Herbers talked about him being the guy in the playoffs, taking the mantle and run with it there. You can see it caught in the top of the stick.
You're right.
You know what? You could hear it. You could hear the wood coming in, but, you know, there it is. Troy Lajeunesse got the puck in the shooting angle, but you know what? He was well positioned. He was out. He was challenging them, and you know, he's been the guy who's earned the confidence of Ian Herbers, Dallas Ansel, and Rachel Weeb, and the coaching staff here for the University of Alberta.
They got 4 goaltenders on their roster. They got three pretty stellar goaltenders. 1, 2, 3 bunch.
Well, of course, they got the E-Bug of the year and Matt Berlin, who got his time in the NHL there with recently with the Edmonton Oilers, and you know, they're back up Nick Snyder. You know, Matt Berlin, he's kind of a well-known, a bit of a notorious guy, but, you know, Nick Snyder, he's okay as a plan B as well, too, with the numbers he's put up. So, you know, they're a deep roster all around, boy. You got to respect them. It's a very talented team in many regards.
Here's that Fontaine with that burst of speed. TJ Shea got tied up there with Prokop, and the Golden Bears bench is loud. Davidson whacking at it. It's down in front of the net. It comes to Shea again. Shea will drag it up over center. Play it in and closed off there by Sakowicz. It's Dawson Davidson with 1:38 left to go here in the first period. Golden Bears up by 1. Streaking up over the line, Prezuzzo plays it in. Volkan will forecheck. After Smallwood, he'll play it to Henry. Henry quickly closed off there by Patterson. Marr and Pekka battle for it on the half-wall boards. Volkan able to scoop that one loose. It'll come to Ian Smallwood. Smallwood plays it off the glass. Sakowicz tries to get it to Prezuzzo. Smallwood steps up, plays it back in. It's off a body, redirects. Frederick able to skate into it though. He's pressured by Gould down in the corner boards. Here's Frederick. He'll kick it loose to Patterson.
Passing the play in the first period.
Closed off there by Jaden Peckham. Marr will flip it back in. 52 seconds left to go here in this first period. 1-0 lead for the Golden Bears. 8-4 in shots on goal in favor of the UPEI Panthers. Here's Jack and Smallwood up over the line in the corner. Pico plays the body on him. Pearson skating into that puck. Justin Hall watching him. He'll knock Pearson down on the ice, and the Panthers will get a power play with 33.3 seconds left to go. One thing.
Well, UPEI is going to be going on the power play. They may have got away with one here earlier as we're looking at the situation. Bit of a late hit there from TJ Shea on Josh Prokop, but you know, not called there. But there's really not much doubt in this one here. Justin Hall, Caleb Pearson was driving her with the feet. Hall gets the stick in the feet, turns him over. So with 33 seconds left to go, can the Panthers capitalize on this, the first power play?
Panthers 1 for 5 in the event here, good enough for 20%. The Golden Bears a perfect 3 for 3. Also 8 shorthanded goals in the regular season for the Golden Bears.
You got to watch out for 17. I mean, he's a guy that can get it done, right? And he'll force pucks, he'll force turnovers, and when you're forcing turnovers, that puts teams on their heels.
Matt Broussard's going to take a tripping penalty here just inside the blue line, so that'll nullify that power play for the UPEI Panthers.
I'll take a little bit of 4-on-4 action with these two teams. You start out a period, Bo, coming out with a couple of teams, high-end skill, lots of ice. You know, watching guys like Dawson Davidson coming in, lots of skating room for him. Troy Lajeunesse, there's the leg, sticks out. Yeah, not much doubt about that one.
Beauregard wins the face-off. Pico rims it on around. Volkan will turn and fire that one. Capriati will hold on. We'll get another face-off with 1.2 seconds left in period number 1. We'll get a switch flip-flop here as Lajeunesse will go to the bench. TJ Shea will come on. Beauregard in against Volkan. Volkan able to win it, but the Panthers are able to control it. And time will run out here in the first period. The Alberta Golden Bears will take a 1-0 lead into the first intermission as they trail in shots 8-6, but it was an early goal 23 seconds into the period from Eric Florchuk that has been the difference, Norm.
Well, I think if you take out 19 minutes and 30-some seconds, that was a really even period. A lot of physical play between two teams who were clearly dialed in to try and have some success in this game. But, sorry, Bo, I'm getting caught up in a bit of a wire here.
So after one period of play here from the East Link Center, it's the Alberta Golden Bears up by a score of 1-0. We have that goal scorer, Eric Florchuk, joining us here for a interview after the first period. Eric, team comes out, they get on the board early. It's kind of been a trend so far for not only you guys, but in this event. Tell me what that does for your group here in the start of the first period.
We just wanted to come out strong. We knew this was going to be a packed barn, being a hometown crowd, and they were going to try bringing some energy to the team. We just wanted to kind of put a dent in that early, and we got on the board early.
Now take me through that goal. You know, it's 23 seconds in. You guys come pushing hard. Obviously some great work from your captain, Fontaine, but just tell us what you saw.
I just saw Fonz had a step wide, and kind of similar to yesterday, just driving wide and hopefully getting that pass across ice and making the most of it. So couldn't have done without Fonz's pass.
You're through 20 minutes here. Obviously, there's a lot at stake with one ticket left to that final. You got a little bit of bad blood left in your mouth from last year. You're in front of a packed house. What does this team need to do to solidify this victory and head to the championship game tomorrow night?
I just got to keep things simple, keep playing our game, and can't give these guys much. They're going to come out hot. You know, it's their barn, so we got to have a good pushback when they give us one, and hopefully keep it going.
Well, Eric, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Florchuk is a guy, you know, that Ian Herbert is going to be relying heavily on. Tournament All-Star last year in Acadia. A big-time player, you know, 7th-round pick of Washington back in 2018. Big body, point-of-game guy. Him and Matty Fontaine, I think these are guys who we're looking at you know, the captain being the leadership that they're looking for, that kind of leadership to help get them through and over the top and into tomorrow's final.
1-0, the Alberta Golden Bears lead the UPEI Panthers after one. We'll be back with more action here in a moment.
Sprinkled, drizzled, or straight up. There's a million ways to eat Cavendish Farms fries, but only one way to make them. The right way. Cavendish Farms fries. Made our way. Enjoyed your way.
The nominees for the Dr. Randy Gregg Award presented to the student who excels in hockey, academics, and community involvement are les candidats pour le prix de Dr. Randy Gregg pour l'excellence dans le hockey, les études et l'engagement communautaire sont des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Matthew Welsh, Université St. Mary's University. Du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Duncan Campbell, Université Queen's University. Et de l'Association West Canadienne from Canada West, Connor Blake, Université Mount Royal University. Le lauréat du prix, le Dr. Randy Gregg pour l'engagement communautaire est, the winner of the Dr. Randy Gregg Award for Community Service is Matthew Welsh, Université St. Mary's University.
They don't do it for the likes or for the shares. They do it for the fun of it, for the thrill, for the camaraderie, for the memories. CBC Sports, just because they love it.
The nominees for the R.W. Pugh Award presented to the most sportsmanlike player in the regular season are en nomination pour le prix de l'esprit sportif R.W. Pugh. Présenté aux joueurs démontrant le plus de l'esprit sportif dans la saison régulière sont des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Troy La Jeunesse, Université de l'Île du Prince-Édouard, UPEI. Du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Kyle Petit, Université Western University. Et de l'Association West Canadienne from Canada West, Matt Fontaine, Université de l'Alberta, University of Alberta. Le lauréat du prix de l'esprit sportif R.W. Pugh, présenté aux joueurs démontrant le plus de l'esprit sportif, est the winner of the R.W. Pugh Fair Play Award presented to the most sportsmanlike player in U Sports men's hockey is Troy Lajeunesse, Université de l'Île du Prince-Édouard, UPEI. Here are the nominees for the Father George Kehoe Memorial Award as the 2023 Fox 40 U Sports Men's Hockey Coach of the Year. Voici les candidats pour le prix commémoratif le Père George Kehoe présenté à l'entraîneur de l'année Fox 40 U Sport. Des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Tyler Nogler, Université St. Mary's University. Du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Andrew Wilkins, Université Lakehead University. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne from Canada West, Mark Howell, Université de Calgary, University of Calgary. Le lauréat du prix commémoratif le Père George Kehoe présenté à l'entraîneur de l'année Fox 40 U Sport est the winner of the Father George Kehoe Memorial Award as the 2023 Fox 40 U Sports Men's Hockey Coach of the Year is Mark Howell, University de Calgary, University of Calgary.
Certaines personnes arrivent à l'université en sachant ce qu'elles vont faire dans la vie. D'autres viennent pour le découvrir. Peu importe la raison, elles trouveront leur chemin à l'Université d'Ottawa. Un chemin vers la connaissance et vers le succès. Vous étudierez avec des professeurs qui sont des leaders dans leur domaine. 89 d'entre eux sont titulaires de chaires de recherche du Canada. Tout au long de votre parcours, des mentors, des conseillers et des accompagnateurs vous appuieront pour que vous développiez votre plein potentiel.
Welcome back inside the Eastlink Center here after one period of play. It's the University of Alberta Golden Bears leading the University of Prince Edward Island Panthers by a score of 1-0. Norm, the Golden Bears struck early, 23 seconds. It's been a trend. But I'll tell you what, that was one. These fans were treated to one heck of a hockey period here from both teams.
You're seeing two teams that are spot on in terms of their approach. You look at that last stat, the Golden Bears, their commitment to team defense, 7 shots blocked. You know, we were talking about a guy like Matt Broussard having 7 shots in the game last night. You don't think Ian Herbers, you know, the solid defensive player that he was back in his time in the NHL, didn't look at that and said, that's a guy we got to key on? They're doing a really good job of protecting. UPEI, for their part, they would have to be very happy with the fact they had 4 good scoring chances in that period, and they're still in the game, 1-0 after one to a very strong U of A Golden Bears.
Ethan Kruger shut the door through 20 minutes. He gives his team a 1-0 lead into period number 2.
They don't do it for the likes or for the shares. They do it for the fun of it, for the thrill, for the camaraderie, for the memories. CBC Sports, just because they love it.
Sprinkled, drizzled, or straight up. There's a million ways to eat Cavendish Farms fries, but only one way to make them. The right way. Cavendish Farms fries. Made our way. Enjoyed your way.
The nominees for the Defenseman of the Year in U Sports Men's Hockey are, en nomination pour le prix du défenseur de l'année en hockey masculin U Sport 2023, des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Matt Broussard, Université de l'Île du Prince-Édouard, UPEI, du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Justin Bergeron, Université du Québec à Trois-Rivières, UQTR. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne from Canada West, Connor Hobbs, l'Université de la Saskatchewan, University of Saskatchewan. Le défenseur de l'année en hockey masculin U-Sport est, the U Sports Men's Hockey Defenseman of the Year is, Connor Hobbs, Université de la Saskatchewan, University of Saskatchewan. The nominees for the Goaltender of the Year in U-Sports Men's Hockey are, en nomination pour le prix du gardien de l'année en hockey masculin U-Sport 2023, des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Samuel Richard, Université du Nouveau-Brunswick, UNB. Du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Nathan Torkia, Université de Windsor, University of Windsor. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne from Canada West, Carl Tetachuk, Université de Calgary, University of Calgary. Le gardien de l'année en hockey masculin U-Sport A, the 2023 U-Sports Goaltender of the Year is Nathan Torkia, Université de Windsor, University of Windsor.
It's that moment again, the one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire, le cheminement de la réussite, of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. Les sacrifices que tu fais, quand toutes les chances sont contre toi, when you can't push one more second, chase the glory. Visez haut.
The nominees for the Claire Drake Award presented to the U-Sports Men's Hockey Rookie of the Year are, en nomination pour le prix Claire Drake présenté à la recrue de l'année en hockey masculin U-Sport 2023, des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Samuel Richard, Université du Nouveau-Brunswick, UNB. Du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Jonathan Lemieux, Université Concordia University. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne from Canada West, Joachim Smallwood, Université de l'Alberta, University of Alberta. Le lauréat du prix Claire Drake présenté à la recrue de l'année en hockey masculin U-Sport A, the winner of the Claire Drake Award as the U-Sports Men's Hockey Rookie of the Year is Samuel Richard, Université du Nouveau-Brunswick, UNB. The nominees for the Senator Joseph A. Sullivan Trophy as the U-Sports Men's Hockey Player of the Year are En nomination pour le trophée du sénateur Joseph A. Sullivan présenté à l'athlète de l'année U-Sport en hockey masculin, des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Liam Howell, Université Saint-FX University. Du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Simon Lafrance, Université du Québec à Trois-Rivières, UQTR. Et de l'Association ouest canadienne from Canada West, Riley Sawchuk, Université Mount Royal University. Le lauréat du trophée Joseph A. Sullivan décerné au joueur de l'année en hockey masculin U-Sport A, the winner of the Senator Joseph A. Sullivan Trophy as the U-Sports Player of the Year in men's hockey is Simon Lafrance, Université du Québec à Trois-Rivières, UQTR.
Some people come to university knowing exactly what they want to do in life. Others come to discover it. Either way, there's a path for them at U Ottawa. A path to knowledge, a path to success. You study with professors who are leaders in their field. 89 of them hold Canada Research Chairs. Along your path, you will find student mentors, counselors, and coaches. All there to give you the support you need to be the best you can be.
Certaines personnes arrivent à l'université en sachant ce qu'elles vont faire dans la vie. D'autres viennent pour le découvrir. Peu importe la raison, elles trouveront leur chemin à l'Université d'Ottawa. Un chemin vers la connaissance et vers le succès. Vous étudierez avec des professeurs qui sont des leaders dans leur domaine. 89 d'entre eux sont titulaires de chaires de recherche du Canada. Tout au long de votre parcours, des mentors, des conseillers et des accompagnateurs vous appuieront pour que vous développiez votre plein potentiel.
Welcome back inside the Eastlink Center here for period number 2 of this semifinal matchup between the University of Alberta Golden Bears and the UPEI Panthers. A good look at Jonah Capriati and Ethan Kruger. He's made some grade A saves on that blocker side in this one, Norman. We're going to start off 4-on-4 here for 1 minute and 27 seconds.
Well, no surprise, UPI comes out with Lajeunesse-Maximovich combination, and no surprise for Ian Herber's part. He comes out here with Matt Fontaine, the two co-nominated Sportsmanlike Players of the Year and the co-captains of their respective teams. Two leaders, both of them, Fontaine, Lajeunesse, similar in style, similar in stature, both classy players who play the game the right way. They'll both be looking to make a dent here to see U of A looking, of course, to extend their lead. UPI looking to see if they can get back in and get something going here as well. And of course, Josh Prokop had himself a pretty good year this year as well. 37 points, 18 goals, 19 assists, 28 games.
Led the team in scoring in the regular season and the playoffs.
And he was pretty good last year in the playoffs too, Bo. 10 points, 4 goals, 6 assists, and 7 games last year as well too. So
conversation to start off this period as both officials have had a word with head coach Forby McPherson. Now they're over having a conversation with Ian Herbers. And he just kind of gave him the wave there. Let's get going here.
Oh, Ian Herber's pretty no-nonsense type of guy. That's the way he played. That's the way he coaches too. He's pretty direct in any conversations I've had with him, and I like that.
So 4-on-4.
You know where you stand.
For 1 minute and 27 seconds, and an abbreviated power play for the Golden Bears. Lajeunesse wins the opening face-off of the second frame. He'll be watched by Prokop as he has that puck inside the blue line. He'll sauce one across to Curtis Henry. Henry couldn't handle it off the boards. Tries to get it up, Prokop. Kicks it back to Plouffe. Plouffe plays it to Fontaine through the middle of the ice. Fontaine will play it around Henry. Henry will stick the hip out, and Fontaine will go to the ice. That means that it's going to be 4-on-3 here. for 57 seconds and then an abbreviated 5-on-3.
Well, that's part of the discipline play that you don't want to do. No need for Curtis Henry gets the hand, gets the stick out there. Kind of similar to the Matt Broussard penalty earlier on, right, Bo? With, nothing really happening, and that's, you don't want to be playing with fire with this. No. I mean, we saw what happened.
5 for 3, 166%.
Right. That major penalty, Robbie Burke taking it. What, they had 5 power play goals in that game?
Yeah, 5 for 3 attempts.
Yeah, and what, they were 30-some% over the course of the regular season. 33
in the playoffs, 26 in the regular season.
Anyway, big kill here for the Panthers if they're going to see if they can keep these guys at bay. One good thing, the Panthers have had the good penalty killing record themselves. So once again, you're looking much like the game last night where Calgary had a fairly vaunted power play as well too, but they got some weapons here. Prokop 8 power play goals, Fontaine 8 power play goals, Jack and Smallwood 5. Nolan Volkin, who set up a couple of nice goals yesterday for the U of A, and even in the back end, Dawson Davidson, puck carrier right now, he's got 4.
Here's Smallwood up over the line, driving the goal, just puts one up over the shoulder of Capriati. 4-on-3 here for another 30 seconds. Smallwood in behind, kicks it up to Prokop, back down low to Smallwood, to Prokop. Prokop gets it up to Davidson, off to Fontaine. Fontaine to Davidson. Dawson Davidson walking the line, looking to drop it back, gets it to Smallwood Hill. Prokop walks down Main Street, and Capriati through traffic will blocker that one up and out of play.
Well, that's the guy you want to have getting in there with the ripper. Josh Prokop works it out through the top cycle coming down. As you saw the good play from Jack and Smallwood earlier on, but there's Prokop coming with speed, good wrister. Net front presence from Jack and Smallwood happening, but Capriati managed to get the blocker on it, and he's going to get a little bit of a rest, bit of a reprieve here, and see if TJ Shea can come in, who was dominant on the face-offs last night for the Panthers in that game. I don't know what he ended up, though.
I got it right here.
He was 9-2 after 2 periods, I remember
12
that.
for 15.
12 for 15, 80%.
You'll lose that face-off, but it'll bleed out. Here's Davidson across to Prokop. Prokop closed off by Shea. He'll head for a change, and La Jeunesse will come on. Here's Smallwood back the other way with Fontaine. Tried to kick it back to the streaking Prokop, but Davidson will field it, play it in. Here's Fontaine in the slot area. Prokop lays it off. Smallwood back up top to Davidson. We're 5-on-3 here for 15 seconds. Here's Prokop down Main Street, fires. La Jeunesse in the lane. Cross-ice pass, Fontaine scores! What a look from down low, working it back to Matt Fontaine. And he makes no mistake, putting the Golden Bears up by 2.
Oh, you see the offensive production and the leadership of a guy like Dawson Davidson saw the puck was going down low, knew it was coming back. Prokop took the shot, it's going to come to him in the corner. Matt Fontaine peels off. He knows that he's out there in no man's land. No one's picking him up. Davidson knows where he is. And the Alberta Bears extend their lead to 2. Not much chance for that one on Jonah Capriati's part.
30 seconds left here, 5-on-4. Prezuzzo gets it back to Frederick, plays pitch and catch. It's played in. There's Jordan Marr. He'll turn and fire that one back into the neutral zone. Frederick gets it across to Plouffe. Plouffe up over center ice. He'll cross one into the middle. Volcan posed off. Candela will spin that one back. It'll come to Plouffe up top. Here's Plouffe. He'll drag and fire Capriati down. Holds that one in between the wickets. Take a whistle. 9 seconds left in the minor to Curtis Henry.
Well, if you're looking for your leaders to go do it there, you want to get your guys doing it. You got Davidson in the back end, Fontaine up front. He's a jump right from the first of the game. Major part in that first goal of the game, and Davidson was coming in there too. He's been very strong here for the Alberta Golden Bears as well. 2 good goals really for Alberta's part. I mean, that first one was a beauty by Eric Florchuk. Next one there from Matt Fontaine, one-timer. Not much that Jonah Capriati could really do on either one.
There's Davidson, gets it down. Sexsmith across, tried to find Volcan. We're back to 5-a-side hockey. Here's Curtis Henry joins the mix, but there's Prezuzzo. He let one rip. Here's McEachran, tried to play it out. It'll come to Broussard in front of the goal. Matt Broussard leaves it there for Connor McEachran. He'll bounce it off the boards, back into the neutral zone. Sexsmith Gets it through the middle to Volcan. Here's Volcan up over the blue line as he pushes forward by Lajeunesse. Perduzo will skate in with Volcan will fire. Capriati there making the save. McCackert lofts one out and Platts will chase it down, tries to make a play off a stick, comes to Sexsmith, comes to Florchuk. Florchuk grabs it down into the air. Maksimovic tries to close off of him, and here comes Shea up over the line with Maksimovic. Shea will drift one down into the corner. Sexsmith will handle it, but it's Maksimovic who comes out with it. Here's Maksimovic streaking to the goal, trying to find Beauregard. Look for a one-time look. Comes back to Candela. He'll fire that one. A friendly fire off of the shin pad of TJ Shea.
Big body of Jaden Platt saved one there for the Alberta Golden Bears, recognizing they had to pull in and support. Came in against a much more diminutive Zach Beauregard, and the big body of Platts eliminated him from the play and negated a really good scoring chance as Kyle Maksimovic. It looked like he was going to come out. Thought he was going to give it to Beauregard. Looked like he was going to give it. Beauregard was clapping for it in the stick. Maksimovic recognizes there's going to be an opening there. And there you see Jaden Platts coming in and making it difficult for Zach Beauregard to take away that really good scoring chance for the Panthers.
McKinnon wins that face-off, but Ladigan skates in. He's knocked down by Pearson, and the Panthers are going to have to kill another one off. Pico takes a body check, a reverse hit from Trolley in front of the bench. So the Panthers there get one killed off, and they're going to take another.
Well, to put that number 3 in the unwarranted penalty list category, Bo, is, you know, again, you hate to see those penalties coming 200 feet away from your own zone, and Caleb Pearson a little overzealous on the stick. Ladigan gets the puck out of the zone. It's going back into your play, into the neutral zone. You're taking the careless penalties. Looking back, working in U of A's favor, working much into the disfavor here of UPEI. They're going to have to get a stop here in this one, or else this one could get ugly in a hurry.
Back up top, here's Davidson. Davidson gets it off. Fontaine, he'll turn and fire. Capriati off the shoulder. Trolley able to grab that puck, gets it back up top to Davidson. Here's Prokop, puts one in down low. Played back to Prokop, he'll send one across. Fontaine will skate into it. Matt Fontaine kicked back from the bumper to Davidson off the stick of Smallwood. Here's Fontaine, rink wide to Prokop. Prokop will fire Brassard. Blocks that one away. Beauregard sprawling to the ice, can't get it out. Here's another rink wide feed over to Prokop. Down low, Trolley works it to Smallwood. He'll get it back in the corner. Spin away. Smallwood in front of the goal. Tries to make a pass, comes back up top. Fontaine across to Prokop. On the right-hand side, tried to cradle that one, couldn't do so. Brassard knocks it out of the air. And the Panthers look like they're going down 5-on-3 here. Yeah, a high stick.
No, it was Matt
No,
Brassard.
it's a high stick.
Well, it was definitely shot over the glass. There could easily be 2 penalties right there, Bo, as they're coming in after the play. I don't know where. So watch this. The puck goes in the air, and Matty Brassard hits it. It goes out up over the glass directly. But in doing so, it looks like he catches the Alberta player with the stick. Could have easily been 2 penalties, I guess, but they called the stoppage on the original play, so Panthers may have dodged a bit of a bullet there. They could have had 2 penalties on that one, so.
5-on-3 again here for the Golden Bears. They've struck once. Their power play has been lethal in the playoffs and in this event. Here's Volcan, top of the circle, gets it across. Quick shot. Capriati will rip that one with the mitt from Florchuk.
A good start there for Capriati to kind of settle the waters here. Volcan again doing his puck distribution. It almost looked like a shot pass that Florchuk was trying to get onto the stick of Justin Hall, but a little too high. Easy to handle for Capriati.
Pico off the face-off will send that one down. Shea will head off to the bench. In behind the goal, the Golden Bears will swing it out. 5-on-3 up over the line. Florchuk sees some open ice. He'll gain the zone. There's Pekka for the read. He'll play that one up and at a play. Panthers will get another face-off inside their own zone. Well, Norm, we've watched this team enough to know that they have to be able to walk that disciplinary line, and tonight it just hasn't happened.
No, I mean, we saw it last night where they got away with a couple of penalties. They're not getting away with them here tonight. And, you know, you always talk about that, it's the self-inflicted wounds, really. I mean, if you take good penalties, that's one thing. There's 3 categories here for the Panthers tonight. I'd say there's 3, you know, unnecessary, unwarranted, and fall into the undisciplined. Not in the losing your head undisciplined, but just being careful. You know, being attentive to detail.
Fontaine to Smallwood with speed. He centered it in front. Pico was the one who was able to read it. Here's Davidson up top. Gets it across. Fontaine will fire that one right off the old nugget of Jonah Capriati.
That was a great shot for Fontaine. That was a tough stop there for Jonah Capriati. Matt Fontaine did great wood on that.
Up over the line, here comes Smallwood. Smallwood drops it back, tries to cross one over. We're back here, 5-on-4 now as Pearson heads over to the bench. Comes back up top, here's Davidson. Davidson will drag and fire, blocked in front, and up and out of play.
You know, last night, Bo, I would have said, here we go, we're going to see Dawson Davidson. See again, Matty Fontaine just jumping off, getting into that quiet area, which he's done so well. You saw it on the first goal with Davidson feeding him from the corner. Once again, you see Davidson going back, freezes the top man a little bit. That creates the space for Fontaine. He got the good one-timer off. That I would say is arguably Jonah Capriati's best save in this game, especially in the fact that you're looking here at 13:58. You're in the waning part of a 5-on-3. They're now down to 5-on-4. They get 42 seconds left to kill. That's a big stop.
Big face-off win there from Beauregard. McEachern will swing it on around. It'll get by Prezuzzo. Here's Beauregard with a burst of speed up over the line. Centers in front. Lajeunesse fired. He didn't get all of it. Out at the top of the paint was Kruger to make the save. Beauregard taken down in behind the play. Prezuzzo to Hall. Blocked in front by McEachern. Volcan comes up top. Drops one off. It's played down by Plouffe. In behind the goal, Florchuk closed off. 13 seconds left in the power play. Plouffe has Volcan far side. He'll look to get it to him. He does now. Here's Volcan, top of the circle. Near side, he'll drag and fire, and Connor McEachern will take another one off the shin pad, and we're back to 5-a-side hockey.
Well, we'll see what that does for the Panthers, to see if that gives them a bit of spark that they've been looking for. If they can settle down, keep things within the limits, and keep things on that fine line, they can set themselves up for success. See if they can build. That's a big kill right there, Bo, against a very strong power play of U of A.
Darian finds Drake. He tries to drive it to the forehand. It'll roll wide. Back up top. Smallwood across. Curtis Henry, he'll fire one, and that one will catch a stick and go up and out of play.
Well, one thing that we've seen with UPEI this year, Bo, is a number of times, and you know, you think back to that Dalhousie game and Zach Beauregard and Jaden Pekka getting it done. Here it is, almost Zach Beauregard. Troy Lajeunesse doing the same thing, but you know, we've often talked about that pit bull mentality of Zach Beauregard and that dogged determination of Troy Lajeunesse. It almost yielded results there. That would have been a huge goal in shorthanded coming back after those kills.
It's in the feet, and here comes Ladigan near side boards. He'll stop up in the neutral zone, try and play it in the middle. Patterson will continue on. He's stick lifted there by Curtis Henry. Gets it over to TJ Shea. Shea gets it back to Smallwood. Sidesteps a body check there in the neutral zone. It's played in and left there by Kruger. Sakowicz rims it on around. Weed gets it up to Patterson. Patterson plays it in. Curtis Henry will handle it. Henry with time will cross one over to Ian Smallwood. Smallwood tries to send one. It's picked off by Weed. Weed up over the line, and Henry closed off. Haven't got a whole lot of a look at this fourth line here for Ian Herbers with the power play opportunities, but they're out here trying to make something happen. Spinning away. Here's Lanigan down low, driving to the goal, poked away last second. Maksimovic. Here's Florchuk. Maksimovic kicks it up. Here's Shea. Murr driving the goal. Brassard stick lifted by Davidson. And they can't make an attempt back the other way. Here's Fontaine with speed. Driving the goal, and another good stick. That one from Connor McEachern. A couple of grade A defensive plays here on both sides.
Tit for tat, Connor McEachern and Dawson Davidson. I mean, two guys coming in, you know, with good wheels, both of them, and they did their job. There you see Gardner McDougall. I mean, what's he doing? I don't see any notepads going on there, Bo, but he's probably got a few mental notes that he'd be taking, and of course he knows the UPEI team well, and he'll be seeing what sort of tidbits he can be picking up here tonight by watching this game here, taking it in.
Marr through to the middle. Here's Maximovich pushing forward. Prokop, though, he's able to get back. Rule sends it in around Fontaine. Pressured there by Marr. He's got the puck back in his stick. Comes to Prokop. Prokop through the neutral zone, over the blue line, penetrating the Panther zone. He'll drop one back, and that one's shoveled down into the corner. Broussard leaves it there for McEachran. Here's Connor McEachran. He'll try and get those Jets rolling. He'll cross over center ice, take it into the zone. McEachran tries to take a shot. It's off his shin pad. Pearson will skate in it, go through the wickets, and take it down to the corner. Back to McEachran. He'll fire that one off a body. Redirects into the corner boards. Pearson battling for it, gets it to Jordan Marr. Marr plays it back down low to Jaden Pekka. Here's Pekka trying to work for that puck. Pearson tries to swing in. Pekka, a dog and a bone down there, rolls into Kruger in front. He's plastered into the goaltender. Kruger by Platts as we get a whistle and a stoppage with 10:28 left to go in the second period.
Well, the big body of Jaden Platts paying dividends once again here for the Ian Herber squad. He's playing some heavy minutes in this game, Bo. Very dependable, reliable defenseman, getting in the shooting lane, playing hard in the corners. Great tandem work there with Dylan Plouffe coming in to support him as well. And Jaden Pekka's trying to go hard to the net. Who's there? Big 40 turning him around and keeping him at bay.
Face off down to the right of goaltender Kruger. Prezuzzo and Pearson hook up there, but it's the Alberta Golden Bears. Volkin overskates that puck and then handles it. That face-off will come back. Pearson coming in late and joining the fray there. McKinnon getting involved with Volkan.
You know, you talk about defense winning championships, Bo, and we've certainly seen a couple of examples here. Look at that effort by Dawson Davidson, stripping the ever dangerous TJ Shea at that side. What does U of A comes right back? You got Matty Fontaine in full speed there. Look at Connor McEachran closing the gap off. Keeps the hand back. It's off the stick. But you know what? He did the right thing in making sure that he didn't get in a vulnerable position. But great job by both two. You know, we've talked about Connor McEachran over the course of the year. We're certainly getting an introduction into Dawson Davidson in a hurry. And both of them have been making a lot of impression on us both here over the course of this year and in this tournament.
McKinnon in to take this face-off against Hall. It's tied up. Beauregard tries to swing in. It's played there by Smallwood. Hall. Candela able to keep it in at the line. Gets it down. Hops over the stick of Pearson. Pearson in behind. Comes up high with the stick and a snap of the head there by Sakowicz. We'll get a good look at this one, hopefully.
Well, it's going to be the fourth of the period. Yeah, it looks like it get up there on the inside. It looked like the stick didn't touch on the outside. I don't know whether it get in on the inside or not, but obviously Kyle Dunn and Forbes and McPherson aren't happy with that one. Looking for a little bit of redemption. That's going to be penalty number 4 in this period.
Fifth opportunity for the Alberta Golden Bears with 10:04 left to go here in the second period. The score 2-0.
Thing is, you got to keep your cool. You got to keep your head cool after that too. I mean, the call's made. Get refocused. You know, your players, Matt Broussard over there having a discussion with the referee too. Forget about it, park it. You got to get back and ready to play, especially against a power play like this.
Comes back up top. It's on the stick of Dawson Davidson. Davidson takes it down low. He's closed off there by McEachran in the corner. Trolley taken in by Lajeunesse. It'll come to Beauregard. Here's Zach Beauregard coming back the other way through the neutral zone. Smallwood tracking. Beauregard drags and fires. Sticked into the corner by Kruger. Beauregard sends it all the way back to Broussard. This is a good opportunity for the Panthers to kill off some clock. And Broussard will send that one up and out into the stands.
Is that not a penalty?
CBC Sports is your home for the 2023 U Sports Women's Volleyball Championship presented by Mikasa. From Vancouver, the consolation round is exclusive to CBC Sports YouTube channel, while championship semifinals are on CBC Gem, CBCSports.ca, and the CBC Sports YouTube channel. Check out usports.ca for game times and channels. To answer your question, Norman, the delayed penalty for puck over glass is not commented. It's not called in this tournament. They do not use that rule in the OUA in the Canada West, so it does not come in. We see it in the AUS, but a penalty called in the process here to Plouffe, an interference call at the blue line. So we'll play some more 4-on-4.
Well, thanks for that clarification there, Bo. There's a pretty clear call. If you're ever going to be looking for a makeup call, if there was one, that would certainly fall. That was a penalty. Don't get me wrong. But that's one that the referee certainly couldn't let go, given the, I don't know, maybe the Forby and them thought there was a little bit of a weaker call on the high stick on Caleb Pearson coming up. But regardless, we're going to get more 4-on-4 hockey. I'll take that too.
Maximovich gets it over to Broussard. Back up top to Curtis Henry. Henry through to the middle. Hops over the stick of Lajeunesse and back the other way. Sexsmith wanting that puck, but it's far side boards Volcan. Volcan will take it in behind the Panthers goal. He's closed off hard there by the captain, Troy Lajeunesse. Playing the body in behind. Florchuk battles for that puck. He'll come away with it. It's in his skates. He's able to get it on his stick now. Tries to pass it in front. Broussard will knock it away. Henry knocked down. And Lajeunesse. 4-on-4 here for another 50 seconds. Lajeunesse inside his own zone. Works it across in front of the goal. Maximovich is closed off. Here's Lajeunesse up to Maximovich. Skate the stick. Up over the blue line. He'll play it to Broussard. Matt Broussard on the charge. Spin move. Backhand one. Kicked away by Kruger. Smallwood stopped up there by Candela in the neutral zone. He'll swing the stick. Get it back. Frederick will kick it off, and it's played there by Davidson. Davidson to Frederick. Frederick now sends one rink wide. Justin Hall plays it back to Davidson. 12 seconds left here. A back pass. Smallwood hooked up there by Shea. Shea
get away with one there.
Tries to center one out. It'll come to Davidson here, and we'll be back with a 35-second power play here for the UPEI Panthers. Played down into their zone. Pico will go back and grab it in behind the goal line.
That's the guys
Pico.
you want on the back end. Cole Candela, Andrew Pico.
Gets it off to Darian Pilon. Back to the middle to Pico. He'll get it to Candela. 13 seconds left in the power play. Plays it through to the middle. Antropop to Drake Pilon. Pilon up over the line. Plays it off to Darian Pilon. Pilon shovels it down. Drake will handle it there. He'll rim one on around. McEachern off the bench. Will handle it on the back end. Put one towards the goal. Antropop got it with the stick. It's blocked away. Sakowicz gets it up top. Here's McEachern. McEachern will play it down low to Darian Pilon. Here's Pilon from behind the goal. Tries to bank one in there off of the goaltender, Kruger. Battle on the boards. Antropov working for that puck. 7:07 left to go here in period number 2. Here's the captain swinging it up. Fontaine tries to protect that puck. He's knocked off there by Darian Pilon. Drake Pilon comes in. Gives him an extra shove with the puck there. Broussard up through the neutral zone. Watts will play it out. McEachern off the official. Ladigan able to skate into it. We're going to get a penalty call. The slashing penalty to the UPEI Panthers. Panthers, Golden Bears are going to go to the power play here. 2-0. The Alberta Golden Bears lead the UPEI Panthers with 6:48 left to go here in period number 2.
This season, catch the best in Atlantic University sport excitement at home or on the go with AUS TV. Soccer, rugby, football, volleyball, hockey, basketball, and more. Tune in at AUSTV.ca. All your favorite university teams showcasing their talents in one place. AUS TV, powered by Bell Alliance. They bring it to the court. They bring it to the field. They bring it to the ice. And now they bring it to you. Presented by Subway, the official fuel of Atlantic University sport.
Welcome back inside the East Link Center. The Alberta Golden Bears leading the UPEI Panthers by a score of 2-0. Fans, you too can celebrate each U Sports team's gold medal victory with your very own commemorative apparel from T. Leeson Sports. Fans of basketball's Carleton Ravens and the Guelph Griffins in track have been flocking to shop.usports.ca to purchase their piece of history. On Monday, the championship collection from this championship will be available for purchase, but hurry. Supplies will go fast on this limited time offer. That's the U Sports Championship Collection on sale at shop.usports.ca. So Ian Herberts, he grabs the group here going to the power play with 6:48. He's got some messages there on tape, you know, in between that TV stoppage. Here's a big kill again for the UPEI Panthers, the 6th opportunity for the Alberta Golden Bears. They're 1 for 5. It's all tied up there by Beauregard and Henry. Lajeunesse in there mixing it up as well. Watching on is Hall, trying to get that puck free. A good 22 seconds killed off. It'll come to Beauregard. He'll stride up over center ice. Beauregard tries to put one into a soft area. Poked into the corner. Lajeunesse tries to work for that puck. Beauregard comes in, plays the body. Here's an opportunity. Prezuzzo back the other way. He'll play it off to Volcan. Volcan driving the goal. He'll fire. Capriati made it look awkward, but kept it out and covered it up.
Going back to the message, I think that Ian Herbers would be saying, and I was listening to his post-game scrum the other day, and he was referencing, of course, that time where they sort of lost their mental acuity, if you will, and they were letting leads get away. I'm sure that's the message that he was giving to them, is say, hey boys, listen, this is a 0-0 hockey game. Let's treat it as such, and let's keep that at play. They are in the power play, and right now is a big chance for U of A to extend that lead to 3 with 6 minutes to go here in this period.
Shea wins it back, but it's the Golden Bears on the puck pursuit off the faceoff. Comes back up top, it'll hop over the stick of Davidson. Davidson back into the neutral zone. Here's Antropov. He'll backhand one back into the zone. Pekka will chase it down. Antropov. Here's Fontaine winding it up. Fontaine gets it across, and here's Crawley taking it down underneath the goal line. Closed off. Here's Jordan Marr. He'll see some open ice, send it down. 40 seconds left on this power play for the Golden Bears with 5:25 left to go in the second period. Dawson Davidson gets it off to Prokop. Here's Prokop, gets it across to Kloof. Kloof will bounce it off the boards. Prokop will send it in. Capriati will knock it down with the stick. Able to skate into it. Here's Weed. Down low, Smallwood. Watch there by Pico. Battling forward is Marr. It'll come loose. Pilon will turn and fire that one out. And 10 seconds left to go in this 6th power play here for the Golden Bears. Kruger.
Couple of good battles there won by the Panthers, Bo. You saw this 3-on-3 sequence early on. Zach Beauregard comes out a bit at the top. Same thing right again there with Andrew Pico winning that one in order to get it out of harm's way. Once again, it's a good team commitment on this PK by the Panthers.
Pilon gets it across. Here's Lajeunesse up over the line. Troy Lajeunesse streaking with Maximovich. It'll come back. Here's Smallwood. Sends one across to Curtis Henry. He'll send one in on goal, and that one's knocked down and held on. Norm, shots 14-14 here. Tied up in a 2-0 hockey game. Says a lot for the Panthers on their penalty kill. They're 1 for 6. They spent a lot of time in the penalty box here, but they've been able to keep opportunities away from goaltender Jonah Capriati.
Well, the goal was a 5-on-3 too, Bo. And I mean, if you're talking about trying to defend a lethal power play like the Golden Bears, take the early goal out of the game, take that 5-on-3 goal out of the game, you get a different result, right? You're looking at so in the grand scheme of things, this game's a lot closer than 2-0.
Henry sends a knuckler in on Kruger. He's able to make the save. Here's Frederick. Tries to find Florchuk. It's still 2-0. Florchuk out beats that puck there. In front, turn and fire. Capriati makes the save. Hall comes back. Frederick over to a big shot from Sakowicz. Blocked down in front. Here's Lajeunesse through the middle. Shea diving for that puck. Tries to get it over to Maximovich. Shea throws a body in front of the bench. He's all tied up there. Trying to get away. There's an extra shot in front of the Panthers bench. Maximovich streaking up over the line, offside. The call.
Don't think the player had come out and made the exchange. I think that was the right call in terms of TJ was going in on the, TJ Shea going in on the far bench and puck hadn't cleared. So I know the crowd was disapproving of that, but the right call was made by linesman Jared McAdam on that one.
Beauregard wins that face-off back with 3:43 left to go. Here's Brassard. Over to McEachran, tries to find the streaking Pearson. Beauregard will knock it into the middle of the ice to him. Tries to go through the wickets of Fontaine. He'll try and turn it back. That one under the stick of McGregor. We'll get an icing call with 3:30 left to go in the second period.
You know, Bo, we're looking at the Alberta bench there, and to the left of Ian Herbers is, of course, Rachel Weeb. And I think we might have a bit of history making. You can see her there on the right. Of course, Rachel, the assistant coach for the University of Alberta Golden Bears. Her brother Cam in the lineup here tonight, and I don't know if there's ever been any situations of a sister coaching the brother at any level. Certainly at the U Sport. I think this might be a bit of a historic monument. I was talking with Rachel about it before the game, and she kind of treats it like a business. She said he's another player. But then it kind of struck her in the bus coming here today when she looked back. She saw her brother and she said, gee, he's going to be playing tonight. I'm going to be coaching him. And as Ian Herbert said, he said things will be all good until she has to bench him. But, you know, good story, right? I mean,
yeah, great.
You know,
that's what these events are all about. We've talked about a couple of them throughout the week.
Yeah, and she's earned it. You know, I talked to Ian Herbers about her before, and he said he just respects her passion for the game, her understanding for the game, and he's there because she's value added to a team, and she belongs, and she's proven it.
Here's Brassard. He'll drop that to McEachran. He'll spin and fire. That one will catch the official down into the corner. Ricochet out. Kloof will try and turn it back. There's Pearson. He's closed off in front of the Panthers bench.
I like this kid, Bolton.
Yeah, he plays hard. He'll stop up. Pearson will get the body in on him. Both trickle down to the ice.
How do you knock him down with that center of gravity?
Prizuso. He'll drag and fire. He'll friendly fire that one in front. Scores. There he is. Side of the goal. A favorable bounce, and Nolan Volcan will put it up over the pad of Jonah Capriati, and the Golden Bears extend their lead to 3.
Well, you got to give you got to give 100% marks here on the effort here by Nolan Volcan. Started in his own zone. What does he do? He gets it in the hands there of Tyler Prizuso. Puck hits him in the back of the leg, stays with it. Uses the foot to corral it. You drive hard to the net, good things are going to happen, and that worked in the case for Nolan Volcan, but he created his own destiny, starting with the hard hit coming back from Caleb Pearson in his own zone. Big goal here late in this third period here for Alberta. The task has just become quite a bit bigger right now, though.
Here's Smallwood up over the blue line. He'll drop one off to Justin Hall. Hall takes it in behind the goal. Centering pass off the back of the goal, and here's Jaden Pekka. Pekka across to Candela. Candela will rim it on around. Comes through to Jaden Pekka. Pekka at his own blue line. Stick handles one, gets it off to Gruel. Here's Gruel up over the blue line. Dalen Gruel drag and fire, ring one off the shin pad there of Sexsmith. Here's Henry, he'll play it back in. Pekka will touch up. Here's TJ Shea off the bench. Shea streaking in behind the goal, centered it out, hopped off the stick of Lajeunesse there, and played out by the Golden Bears.
Lajeunesse seemed like he wasn't expecting it. He was going around, didn't seem to be ready for the shot. Muffled off the end of the stick. Missed opportunity.
Picked off, here's Lanigan, and Troy Lajeunesse able to recover in front. Fontaine streaking towards the goal. Couple of unopportune moves there from the Panthers, and it near proved costly. Sent off the boards, and Weeb tries to punch that one up. He and Henry get tied up there. It's a long stretch feed. Maksimovic tips it into the zone. Beauregard on the forecheck in after Sakowicz. Comes to the blue line. Lanigan gets it up. Weeb will take a body check there from McEachran. Brassard down in behind the goal. Plays it off. McEachran tries to get it up the wall. It'll come to Beauregard. He'll leave it there for Kyle Maksimovic. Sends one rink wide. TJ Shea up over the blue line. Makes a move. Shea fires. Just put it off the outside of the net. TJ Shea with a beautiful move inside the zone for a grade A look. Batted back out under a minute to go here in the second period. McEachran Swings it out, puts one up through center, and that one's played in off the stick of McKinnon. Plouffe leaves it behind the goal. McKinnon off stride, but he's able to get it to Beauregard. Back up top, here's McCackert. McCackert will fire another block shot there. That time from Prezuzzo. Beauregard sends it rink wide. Here's Candela. He'll fire. Kick save made by Kruger. McKinnon takes his man into the boards. That puck will go up and out of play. 26.2 seconds left to go here in period 2.
Well, a good sequence there. Started off with the UPEI. Carson McKinnon getting in hard on the forecheck. Caused a turnover in behind. But look at that inside-out move by TJ Shea. How many times have we seen him do that this year? Going in, he loves to go up top where Mama keeps those cookies. And then Cole Candelo, that was a tough save there for Ethan Kruger as it hit a stick going through. He had to be sharp on that one to keep the donut preserved here for the U of A Golden Bears.
Face off, tied up, comes back to the point. Pico will blast one in. It'll roll down to Kruger off the leg of Davidson. Well, there's a guy, Ethan Kruger. He's got a little bit of a donut streak going here, Norm. 60 minutes in game 1. He's near into another 40 here. So there's a guy that's looking at 100 straight minutes of shutout hockey.
His test was significantly more difficult in this one here. But, you know, there's a few good chances. I would have counted 4 solid scoring chances for the Panthers in the first period, where Kruger had to be sharp. But a little bit of a different looks here in this game than it was in the game against Windsor.
Puck comes back into the neutral zone. Pico gets it over to Candela. Candela through the middle of the ice, out one through the wickets of Pearson. Davidson makes a play, and Pearson finishes his body check. Pico upstands his man in front of the benches. And that will do it here for period number 2 from the East Link Center. The University of Alberta Golden Bears lead 3-0 after 2 periods of play over the UPEI Panthers, Norm.
Well, it's the Alberta Golden Bears. They deserve full marks for everything they've gotten here in this game so far, Bo. They've capitalized when they had to. They get on the mark early in the first period. They were able to get that early lead. They were able to build on it on the good power play chances. A couple of indisciplined period there for the indisciplined play there by the Panthers cost them. Fontaine has been really good here for U of A here in this game so far. He's been the difference maker in my opinion. And right now we're going to bring in Kyle Maximovich, a guy who I'm sure Fabian McPherson would like to get going himself.
After 2 periods of play, it's the Alberta Golden Bears leading the UPEI Panthers by a score of 3-0. Pleasure to be joined by Kyle Maximovich. Maxi Bo up here. After 2 periods of play, you go down early in this hockey game, 23 seconds in. You seem to find your groove in the first period, but then get a little bit of undisciplined in the second period. But talk to me about your penalty kill. They've done a whale of a job here through 2 periods.
Yeah, I think they're doing great. You know, our centermen are winning the draws, and it starts with that in our D zone. So we're able to get those clears and you know, put us off to the right track on the penalty kill. But we got to be a little bit more disciplined. Obviously, took way too many penalties there, so clean up a little bit.
Maxi, you're coming into this one. You're down 3. You guys have been here before, not that long ago, against the UDM Aigle Bleu. You know that this comeback is possible. Desperation has to be key here going into this third period. What do you see as some changes you can make to try and get your team on the board?
I think just sustained pressure in the offensive zone. You know, when we get them in their zone, we seem to be having them and we're getting good chances. So I think we just got to keep getting to the net, and our defense got to find a way to get the pucks through. You know, they're a great team at blocking shots, and I know you can see that here this game. But if we can get them through, you know, we'll get to the net and hopefully bang away a couple ones. And if we get that opportunity on the power play, you know, we got to bear that.
Well, I know Caleb Pearson mentioned in his post-game interview last night about the fan support. You guys were kind of unsure what was going to happen. The fans have come out in spades here. What does that mean for you guys? How does it motivate you guys going into the third period? And what does it mean to play in front of this packed-out barn here tonight at the East Link Center?
I mean, it's awesome. It's a great atmosphere here, and you know, we got the opportunity to play a couple games here during the regular season, but it doesn't compare to this. I mean, all the fans wearing their green and wearing their Panther gear. It's an awesome atmosphere, and hopefully we can pull this off and get back and tie this game up. So,
well, Maxi, thank you for joining us. Best of luck in the third period here, and see if you can whale this team away to victory.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Bo.
He was talking about the regular season comparison. You know, it was good to get in here and play a few games for the Panthers over the course of the regular season to understand the nuances of the building. You cannot fully understand a crowd like this until you get in there. U of A, they've been able to effectively take the crowd out of this game, whereas last night the Panthers were able to get into with a couple of goal lead against the Calgary Dinos. University of Alberta has done a real good job of keeping the Eastlink Centre noticeably quiet here the day after St. Paddy's Day.
It's the University of Alberta Golden Bears leading the University of Prince Edward Island Panthers 3-0 after 2. We'll be back with the third period here in just a few moments.
Certaines personnes arrivent à l'université en sachant ce qu'elles vont faire dans la vie. D'autres viennent pour le découvrir. Peu importe la raison, elles trouveront leur chemin à l'Université d'Ottawa. Un chemin vers la connaissance et vers le succès. Vous étudierez avec des professeurs qui sont des leaders dans leur domaine. 89 d'entre eux sont titulaires de chaires de recherche du Canada. Tout au long de votre parcours, des mentors, des conseillers et des accompagnateurs vous appuieront pour que vous développiez votre plein potentiel.
The nominees for the R.W. Pugh Award presented to the most sportsmanlike player in the regular season are en nomination pour le prix de l'esprit sportif R.W. Pugh, présenté aux joueurs démontrant le plus de l'esprit sportif dans la saison régulière sont des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Troy La Jeunesse, Université de l'Île du Prince-Édouard, UPEI. Du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Kyle Petit, Université Western University. Et de l'Association West Canadienne from Canada West, Matt Fontaine, Université de l'Alberta, University of Alberta. Le lauréat du prix de l'esprit sportif R.W. Pugh, présenté aux joueurs démontrant le plus de l'esprit sportif est the winner of the R.W. Pugh Fair Play Award presented to the most sportsmanlike player in U Sports men's hockey is Troy La Jeunesse, Université de l'Île du Prince-Édouard, UPEI.
They don't do it for the likes or for the shares. They do it for the fun of it, for the thrill, for the camaraderie, for the memories. CBC Sports, just because they love it.
Here are the nominees for the Father George Kehoe Memorial Award as the 2023 Fox 40 U Sports Men's Hockey Coach of the Year. Voici les candidats pour le prix commémoratif le Père George Kehoe présenté à l'entraîneur de l'année Fox 40 U Sport. Des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Tyler Nogler, Université St. Mary's University. Du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Andrew Wilkins, Université Lakehead University. Et de l'Association West Canadienne from Canada West, Mark Howell, Université de Calgary, University of Calgary. Le lauréat du prix commémoratif le Père George Kehoe présenté à l'entraîneur de l'année Fox 40 U-Sport est the winner of the Father George Kehoe Memorial Award as the 2023 Fox 40 U-Sports Men's Hockey Coach of the Year is Mark Howell, Université de Calgary, University of Calgary.
Sprinkled, drizzled, or straight up. There's a million ways to eat Cavendish Farms fries, but only one way to make them. The right way. Cavendish Farms fries. Made our way. Enjoyed your way.
The nominees for the Dr. Randy Gregg Award presented to the student who excels in hockey, academics, and community involvement are les candidats pour le prix de Dr. Randy Gregg pour l'excellence dans le hockey, les études et l'engagement communautaire sont Des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Matthew Welsh, Université St. Mary's University. Du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Duncan Campbell, Université Queen's University. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne from Canada West, Connor Blake, Université Mount Royal University. Le lauréat du prix, le Dr. Randy Gregg pour l'engagement communautaire est, the winner of the Dr. Randy Gregg Award for Community Service is Matthew Welsh, Université St. Mary's University.
Welcome back inside the Eastlink Center. After 40 minutes of play, it's the Alberta Golden Bears leading the UPEI Panthers by a score of 3-0. The captain, Matt Fontaine, he's led the charge here in Norman for this Golden Bears team. He set up the first one 23 seconds in. He gets them on the power play a minute and 46 seconds into that second period. They're now up by 3.
He dictated the play here. Like I said, he's been a difference maker here in this, taking really the team on his shoulders. He got it going early, busting wide on the UPEI defender. I believe it was Connor McCachran going wide on him. It was not easy to beat at the best of times. And he got a step. He got it over to Eric Florchuk, who knows how to finish. And that's been a different maker here. And, you know, they got it going early. And that seemed to be, that gave them the spark that they were looking for to get it going with the big Eastlink crowd here in Charlottetown. You want to take him out of it in a hurry. There you can see he goes wide against Connor. Great pass across. Florchuk head up. He knows what to do with it. Tournament All-Star here last year in Acadia for these Golden Bears. But here's a great play. Found the seam, did Dawson Davidson. One-timer. Matt Fontaine wastes no time getting it over the outstretched pad of Jonah Capriati. And here's Nolan Voken. Workmanlike goal as it was. All heart and soul, hard effort, being rewarded for his hard work. Big goal right there for the Bears.
Golden Bears over the Panthers 3-0 after 2.
They don't do it for the likes or for the shares. They do it for the fun of it, for the thrill, for the camaraderie, for the memories. CBC Sports, just because they love it.
Sprinkled, drizzled, or straight up. There's a million ways to eat Cavendish Farms fries, but only one way to make them. The right way. Cavendish Farms fries. Made our way. Enjoyed your way.
The nominees for the Defenseman of the Year in U Sports Men's Hockey are, en nomination pour le prix du défenseur de l'année en hockey masculin U-Sport 2023, des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Matt Brassard, Université de l'Île-du-Prince-Édouard, UPEI, du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Justin Bergeron, Université du Québec à Trois-Rivières, UQTR, et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne from Canada West, Connor Hobbs, l'Université de la Saskatchewan, University of Saskatchewan. Le défenseur de l'année en hockey masculin U-Sport est, the U-Sports Men's Hockey Defenseman of the Year is, Connor Hobbs, Université de la Saskatchewan, University of Saskatchewan. The nominees for the Goaltender of the Year in U-Sports Men's Hockey are, en nomination pour le prix du gardien de l'année en hockey masculin U-Sport 2023, des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Samuel Richard, Université du Nouveau-Brunswick, UNB. Du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Nathan Torkia, Université de Windsor, University of Windsor. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne from Canada West, Carl Tedachuk, Université de Calgary, University of Calgary. Le gardien de l'année en hockey masculin U-Sport est, the 2023 U-Sports Goaltender of the Year is, Nathan Torkia, Université de Windsor, University of Windsor.
It's that moment again, the one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire. Le cheminement de la réussite, of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. Les sacrifices que tu fais, quand toutes les chances sont contre toi, when you can't push one more second, chase the glory. Visez haut.
The nominees for the Senator Joseph A. Sullivan Trophy as the U-Sports Men's Hockey Player of the Year are, en nomination pour le trophée du sénateur Joseph A. Sullivan présenté à l'athlète de l'année U-Sport en hockey masculin, des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Liam Howell, Université Saint-FX University. Du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Simon Lafrance, Université du Québec à Trois-Rivières, UQTR. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne from Canada West, Riley Sawchuk, Université Mount Royal University. Le lauréat du trophée Joseph A. Sullivan décerné au joueur de l'année en hockey masculin U-Sport A, the winner of the Senator Joseph A. Sullivan Trophy as the U-Sports Player of the Year in men's hockey is Simon Lafrance, Université du Québec à Trois-Rivières, UQTR.
Some people come to university knowing exactly what they want to do in life. Others come to discover it. Either way, there's a path for them at UOttawa. A path to knowledge, a path to success. You study with professors who are leaders in their field. 89 of them hold Canada Research Chairs. Along your path, you will find student mentors, counselors, and coaches. All there to give you the support you need to be the best you can be.
Welcome back inside the Eastlink Center here as we set up for the final 20 minutes of regulation time. It's the Alberta Golden Bears giving the UPEI Panthers a huge mountain to climb if they want to hunt towards the championship tomorrow night, Norm.
Well, Alberta's done what they've had to do in this game, Bo. They've capitalized. They get on the board early. They've capitalized on their chances. They've been very effective, I think, in terms of very, very structured in their own zone. The physical play has been there for them. They've matched the Panthers in that regard. Tons of blocked shots. I forget what the number was after the second period there. I would say it's in the 2-to-1 category. But, you know, I've talked about this team since the start in terms of I think they're coming in here with an extra level of motivation, looking to get exact a bit of reputation or retribution from last year. And it's been the difference here, I think, in this game between them and the Panthers.
Golden Bears will control it from their own zone. They'll bounce it off the glass. It's Fontaine was able to skate in. Look, Broussard pokes it away, plays it in the middle of the ice. Prokop back to Fontaine. Fontaine will fire one. That'll miss Broussard and roll down into the corner. Here's Maximovich. He'll lob one high through the upper area of the Eastlink Center. TJ Shea will play it in. Lajeunesse will go after Plouffe. Knocked off, and Fontaine takes a body check from Shea. Here's Broussard dragging, trying to find a lane. There's another block shot. That was Plouffe who came out and seen the shot coming, took it off the top of the pant, and the Golden Bears will control it.
3-4 bodies right at once again will go, and they're boxing out very well on the Panthers in front of the net, making it very difficult to generate anything.
Up over the line, it's chipped by McKinnon, but it's Henry who will close off there at the blue line. Puck is loose, it's bounced back down, and here come the Prizzuzo. He was the man yesterday. Centered in front, Volcan took a whack at it, it'll roll underneath his stick. The aforementioned Tyler Prizzuzo, 3 goals and 2 assists in yesterday afternoon's matchup against the Windsor Lancers.
He jumped off the charts. He was just the one-man wrecking crew the whole game. He was too much for the Lancers to handle, and he was going through and been relatively quiet here in this one tonight.
In behind the goal, Sakowicz will play it off the glass. It's knocked down there by Darian Pilon. Pilon to the middle. Pearson couldn't get the shot away. Comes back through the neutral zone. Jack and Smallwood. Here's Smallwood up over the line, streaking through. Puck rolls off of his stick. Comes to Darian Pilon now. Pilon slows things down, sets it up for a control breakout in behind the goal of Jonah Capriotti. Leaves it for Pico. Pico through the middle to Antropov. Here's Pilon. To Pilon in front, driving the goal, and Sakowicz able to drop down and intercept. Here's Hall. Gets it up, Antropov tries to drop it back to Pilon. Candela from the point, another shot that's off a stick. Candela put the second one through. Desperation, we talked to it with Kyle Maximovich in between periods. Shots like that from Cole Candela, you got to get pucks on net on this guy.
Well, they have to do it. They have to see if they can create something somehow. But, you know, I'm going to give a credit here to Jack and Smallwood. He's been very noticeable here in this game. I thought he was a little quieter in that first game, but tonight, I mean, he just forced that play to make it a difficult play for Drake Pilon going through, looking for his twin brother Darian streaking down the side, but it was Jack and Smallwood who recognized and got back there and supported the play.
Keckert found a lane there, but put it high up over top. It'll come back to him, and he'll get it across. Broussard will hold the line. Here's Broussard into Maximovich. Try to get it down to Shea. A bouncing puck hopped over his stick. Here's TJ Shea. Shea will spin away from Platts as McEachern will come in and join the fray. Prokop will get it by Maximovich. Broussard chasing it down inside his own blue line. Plays it over to Connor McEachern. McEachern, the Charlottetown native, gets it back to Matt Broussard. Broussard stick lifted coming out. Here's Forchuk. He'll fire, and Lajeunesse able to get a stick into the lane. Here's Fontaine. Fontaine gets it back. Sakowicz will fire and just whistle that one wide in the glove side. Bounce around the horseshoe. Fontaine can't get to it. Shea will skate into it. 3 abreast come the top line of the Panthers. DJ Shea streaking towards the middle. Can't find the lane. Look for a second attempt. Comes back to Ian Smallwood. Here's Smallwood. Drops it off to Maximovich. He'll work it across to Curtis Henry. Henry will fire. Dipped in front. Save made there by Kruger. Off the glass, up over the head of Smallwood. Takes a bad bounce. It will not get there for icing with 16:35 left to go here in period number 3. Henry and Smallwood play pitch and catch in their own zone. Get it up to Jaden Peck. A weave there to close off. He'll create the turnover. McGregor will send it in behind the goal. Henry makes a body check there from Crawley. Comes up to Gruel. He'll streak one through the middle to Jaden Pekka. Pekka through the neutral zone. Will chip it in, chase it down into the corner. After Sexsmith, it'll bounce off the yellow kick bike, and Kruger will cover up.
The University of Alberta Bears might have got away with the penalty here as Curtis Henry was going in. Trolley goes in, might have been a bit of a high hit on the play. There it is, you see the head contact going in. Alberta Bears got away with one on that one as a good physical effort there by Curtis Trolley going in. The former Lindsay Muskie had himself a good game here yesterday as well, got a goal in the power play, and very physical in Curtis Henry, but dodged the bullet by not getting that head contact call.
Get a redo here on the face-off. Pekka comes in, tries to push it forward. It'll roll to Kruzuzol. He'll wind it up from behind the goal. He'll dish it off. Here's Platts. Off the stick of Volcan, redirected into the Panther zone. Candela. So we've talked about Nolan Volcan. He's got that third goal. Wearing number 64. Good story. His grandfather, Mike, a former Grey Cup champion with the Edmonton Eskimos, Norm.
At the time, the Eskimos. Now, no longer the Eskimos. But, you know, people find ways to honor their lineage and their heritage in different ways. And Nolan Volcan, he played like a linebacker in that third goal. I can tell you what. I mean, he pinballed off the incoming check, stuck with it, barreled through the line of the UPEI Panthers and stuck with it and got rewarded it. So his football genes are serving him well here in this hockey game as well too.
Very strong in his skates. Pearson gets it to Beauregard. Here's Beauregard, tries to drive it through the back end. He'll go through the goaltender Kruger, and we'll get a penalty coming up in the play. Wow, everybody's in the mix here in front of the goal of Ethan Kruger.
Now the Panthers
get a good look there. Cole Candela and Ladigan, they're going at it.
Penalty was clearly against Zach Beauregard going in. I don't think there was enough of an effort made to get out of the way of Ethan Kruger, and I think he took an extra poke at him going down. There's another one. Careless penalty. That's going to draw the attraction. Anytime you get in there close at all, that's a couple of pokes. See Jaden Platt saying, not going to happen in our dime here, boys.
Trainer out to have a look there at Ethan Kruger as things kind of get out of hand here with 15:42 left to go in the third period.
One thing you know about Zach Beauregard is we talked about the size of the dog in the fight. He'll take on anyone, but you know, it was a good chance coming in. Dylan Plouffe cut him off. Beauregard tried to go to the backhand there. Clearly you can tell that he didn't make any attempt to get out of the way, get into Kruger. I think as he's going down here, he gave him another poke in the head. You can't catch it on the camera, but that sort of started the scuffle. And of course, anytime you get anywhere near the goalie, you're going to get that expectant. There's the punch there. You can see him going down as Beauregard gave him another one. And Jaden Platts recognizing that says, no, not going to have any of that. Price to pay for that. And then Beauregard gave the punch in the face. I don't know whether that'll be called. It should be called probably a 4-minute head contact penalty, I assume, as he's coming out here after the whistle as Kruger unsuspecting, and Beauregard has the look. Left hand is going to come up. There's the punch in the face. And
open hand. Kruger still down on the ice. 10-2 by two medical staff here of the Alberta Golden Bears.
One of the disadvantages of having the overhead camera on the interior rink is 3,800 officials get the opportunity to express their views on whether it's a penalty or not. And of course, in the predominantly UPEI Panther crowd favoring the UPEI Panthers, you're looking at a lot of vocal disagreement, but it's going to be interesting to see what the actual numbers come out here. I mean, there's going to be some follow-up penalties to Platts for sure, and you know, they're coming out, and it looks like Matt Berlin might be coming in here in replacement of Ethan Kruger, who's going to be taking it off. So it'll be interesting to see what the call is here. I'm not sure what it will be. Matt Berlin, of course, you know, we talked about the goaltending depth the University of Alberta does have, Bo, and Matt Berlin, a guy who's not unaccustomed to this stage, having played last year here with University of Alberta as well, and not unaccustomed to coming in an emergency role situation too, but he's going to be coming in, and Zach Beauregard will be gone. Yep. You know, the question is it a 5? You know, are they deeming an injury on the hit? That's probably what the discussions are going on between Mike Langen and Jeremy Beliveau, is they're trying to figure out, you know, what's the original penalties are not in question at all. Subsequent roughing penalties to Jaden Platt's not in question at all. The big question is going to be, what is it going to be that Beauregard is going to be doing here, and how many penalties he's going to be getting here for the situation. Like, this is the original call, no question there. You can see he comes up, feet leave the ground after the contact's made with Ethan Kruger. So that's punishment. That's crime number 1. Crime number 2 and 3 took place a little later. He might have got away with crime number 2 as he was going down on the ice.
There's a guy with some cold experience. He did it in the NHL this year with the Edmonton Oilers as an E-bug. That's Matt Berlin.
Well, you know, Matt Berlin's a good story in himself. You know, you talk about guys who make things happen in the community. Matt Berlin's one of those guys raising money for the Stollery Hospital out there in Edmonton. I think this year he had some kind of campaign, I think, going on for pucks for whatever. I'm not sure what it was, but I think he raised something like $6,000, and Matt was a big part of that. And of course, you had the great news story with UPEI's own Carson McKinnon coming in and partnering up with Jack Flamin on the MS awareness raising campaign that they had going here in their games as well in the AUS conference. So student athletes being more than just hockey players, they're students, they're athletes, they're community minded. You know, we've often talked before about, Bo, these are the future leaders of our community coming down, and they're using this platform to help develop those character building leadership skills that are going to be so important contributors to society at a later juncture.
4-minute kill here for the Panthers. This is their 7th penalty kill in the hockey game. It'll come over the stick of Davidson. 15:36 left to go here in the third period. It's a 3-0 Golden Bears lead. Matt Berlin now taking into the goal for Ethan Kruger. McCackert will send it down. 2 for goaltender interference, 2 for roughing in a 10-minute misconduct for Zach Beauregard. Here's Smallwood to Fontaine up over the line. Trolley over skates. He's closed off there by Darian Pilon. Drake Pilon will skate into it. Short-handed. Pilon from the slot. He'll fire one that'll hop off the backboards and come towards. McCackern goes into the goaltender, and Berlin will give him an extra whack as he skates away.
That one was legit. Connor went in, just fell in the play. There's no harm, no foul on that one. Of course, a little bit of heightened sensitivity going around after you saw the previous incident, but there's no penalty on that.
Here's Smallwood. He'll try and play it to Fontaine over his stick. Hall will skate into it. Here's Curtis Henry. He'll turn and send that one down the left of the ice. The first minute of this man advantage for the Golden Bears, killed off by the UPEI Panthers. Swinging out from behind the goal. Poof. Pekka blows the wheel in behind the play. He's hustling to get back in. Brazuzzo rims it around. Justin Hall kicks it the rest of the way. Volcan lays it down low. Henry has time to skate into it, sees some open ice, and he'll send that one back down onto Berlin.
Another good kill here so far in the first half of this PK. Nothing really generating here for the Bears. Panthers are doing a really good job of keeping everything to the outside and keeping it clean.
Mandela takes a swat at it with the stick. It'll come back to the point. Murr tries to follow the body. Here it comes to Plouffe. Plouffe to the goal. Fires one counter onto the save. Big rebound off the side of the goal. Plouffe got a second opportunity. Volcan sends it rink wide. Plouffe will fire that one. Blocked by Broussard. Kicked away by Capriati.
Jonah Capri was guessing left there, and he left the whole right side of the net open for Dylan Plouffe. And there's a couple of bodies in front. Matt Broussard was trying to take out the U of A forward. Plouffe tried to go short side, didn't miss by much. But it was a guessing. Jonah Capriati couldn't see where the shot was going.
Smallwood streaking up over the line. No goals over Troy Lajeunesse. Davidson, rink wide. Here's Fontaine to the middle. Prezuzzo couldn't get a stick on it. Pico will send it down. There's the first 2.5 minutes killed off for the Panthers. Davidson drops one back, allows the smooth skating Fontaine to skate into it. He'll work it across. Here's Prokop down low. In behind the goal, trying to get that puck out. Here's Smallwood. Smallwood to Davidson. Cross ice feed. Prokop. Prokop gets it off to Fontaine. Back to Davidson. He'll one-time one. Up and over the goal to the left-hand side of Capriati. Rimmed around by Candela. That one gets by Davidson at the point. And he'll chase it down into his zone. Tries to...
Panthers able to get fresh legs out here again, Bo, and doing a really good job. Matt Broussard's going to get a little bit of time. Springs Pekka.
Here's Pekka. Short-handed, and he was turned away. Good defensive play there. Getting back was Justin Hall. Volcan over the line, and there's Connor McEachran. He'll send that one back down. 30 seconds left in this double minor. A goaltender interference and a roughing call to Zach Beauregard. Streaking out from behind the goal. Here comes Pooch. He'll drop that one off. There's Pekka in again to create havoc on this penalty kill for the Panthers. Down low. Moose gets it back again. There's an interference call right in the neutral zone area as Volcan knocks down Pico.
Well, timing couldn't have been much better than that here as you see Drake Pilon trying to get the quick shot. Why not take it in and see if Matt Berlin is ready to go? But, you know, there you go, Connor McEachran going in. And like I said earlier, Matt Berlin taking exception to that. So, big opportunity here for the Panthers to see if they can crack the nut. That is Alberta Golden Bears defense.
They're coming back the other way, 4-on-4. We'll return to 5-on-4 attack. Here's Fontaine towards the goal. He's upended by Lajeunesse. The arm shoots in the air, and we'll play 4-on-4 for 1 minute and 47 seconds.
That's 3 times tonight here. The Panthers have been on the penalty, gone in the power play, and you know, again, Matt Fontaine, he's been a real force here for this U of Alberta Golden Bears tonight here. Drives through the middle. Troy Lajeunesse gets the hook on, stick into the feet. Not much doubt about that. But again, it's all created by the speed. Speed kills. Doesn't matter whether Matt Fontaine's doing a 5-on-5, 4-on-4, 5-on-4. It's coming at you hard. A couple of guys going in. We're going to play 4-on-4 here for the next minute and 47 seconds at least, and then the Bears will have a truncated power play for 13 seconds.
Shea kicks that one back off the face-off, and that'll be busted out through the neutral zone. Sexsmith will knock it down. Here's Florchuk. Florchuk through the middle. Patterson with a lane. He'll drive it wide, drop the shoulder, put it in front, and Broussard clears it back. Sexsmith will fire it in, and Capriati will take it into that UPEI crest of number 39 and hold on.
Not a bad idea. Hold on. Get troops regrouped here, see if we can get something negotiated. The boys are having a little bit of a powwow going on out there as we speak.
Halfway through this third period, there's 11-18 left. Shots on goal, 18-18. They were 17-16 after 2 periods of play in favor of the Panthers, so there hasn't been a whole lot generated towards the goal on either side here in this third period. I'm sure the Golden Bears are very content with that, having a 3-goal lead. We've seen it a lot in the semifinal game this afternoon from the UNB Reds.
It's almost a carbon copy. I mean, to the Panthers' credit, they were able to keep them at bay on that double minor, but they were quite happy to keep playing on the outside, keep close, slow down the pace, don't force anything.
Shea plays the body there on Smallwood. He'll take the puck into his own spin away, try and work it through to Maximovich. Here's an opportunity. Prezuzzo streaking towards the goal. Forehand shot. Jonah Capriati stands tall, kicks it aside. 4-on-4. Here's Justin Hall. Hall will drag and fire and whistle that one up over the blocker's shoulder of Capriati.
Tyler Prezuzzo turning on the Jets, much like he did here yesterday, and it's difficult for Cole Candela to get down, and he had to A little bit of a whack going on there. Might have made it a little more difficult for Pizzuto, but good chance for the Bears.
Here's an opportunity. McEachern with Gruel. McEachern tries to slide it across. There's Plouffe diving down to the ice to intercept that pass. Here's Hall to Plouffe. He'll fire it in, and that one's stopped by Capriati.
Best chance coming up here is Tyler Pizzuto. Johnny on his horse through the middle of the zone. You're going to see Cole Candela coming over from the right. Pizzuto coming in on the off angle. Tried to get the seam going in. Candela gave him a scare. Might have worked to prevent a goal from becoming a 4-0 game here for the Golden Bears.
So it's 3-0 here for the Alberta Golden Bears over the UPEI Panthers. 9:54 left to go in the third period as we see who cashes their final ticket to the finals here on Sunday.
Unbelievable. History has repeated itself.
Get the stories behind the glory. Watch, listen, stream, read CBC Sports.
Sprinkled, drizzled, or straight up. There's a million ways to eat Cavendish Farms fries, but only one way to make them. The right way. Cavendish Farms fries. Made our way. Enjoyed your way.
Welcome back inside the Eastlink Center. There's a good look at the UPEI Panthers bench, the coaching staff. Kyle Dunn, Forby McPherson, and Morgan McDonald watching on here as they try and get their Panthers team off the schneid here in this semifinal game against the Alberta Golden Bears.
I think they might need a bit of inspirational speech from J-Bone and Shano on the bench, see if they can pull something out of the hat to get the boys going. But, you know, the Bears have been full marks here for this 3-0 lead. They've been the better of the two teams overall, and you know, they're in a good situation here with 9:54 to go, and it's setting up well here for the Golden Bears at this time.
Ladigan sends it in. Broussard in behind the net, pressured by Fontaine. He'll just send one down the ice. Berlin will come out and stop it. Here is the abbreviated power play for the Golden Bears is shut down. Pekka tries to send it through to the middle. Shea will take it half wall boards. He's closed off there by Sexsmith. It'll be bounced there by Volcan. Broussard tries to send one and sticked off again by Sexsmith. He'll get the pass from Davidson. Stops up on Lajeunesse, down into the corner, comes back to Davidson, looking for an outlet. They'll get it up to Volcan, will send it down. Here's Ian Smallwood now for the Panthers. Smallwood gets one up to Darian Pilon. Pilon through center to Drake from skate to stick. Here's Drake Pilon. Puts one towards the goal. Antropov looking for a whack. McEachern comes swinging in. He'll get it back to Darian Pilon up the point. In front. Drake was looking for the redirection. There's Berlin, who's taken over in this game from Ethan Kruger there to make the save.
You didn't see that. It was a real good screen with Drake Pilon in front. He didn't see it hit him on the right arm.
Here's Trolley. Down low underneath the goal line, battling there with Ian Smallwood. McGregor will watch on. Antropov loses his helmet. He has to go to the bench. Gruel will replace him. Darian Pilon then joins in the fray. It's gummed up along the boards, down in the far side corner. Smallwood, Trolley content with killing time, and we'll get the whistle here with 8:27 left to go in period number 3.
Well, you know, you look here as we were talking earlier about the depth of the goaltending here for Alberta. It's really a story of richesse. You know, you look at Nick Schneider, his time in the Stockton in the American League, Kansas City in the East Coast. Matt Berlin, numbers are pretty good this year too, right? 4 wins, one overtime loss. He's 92 goals save percentage. Pretty good plan Bs here for Coach Ian Herbert.
Panthers are up against it here, down by 3 with 8:27 to go. That mountain that they need to climb is getting bigger and bigger, and they're getting the goaltending as Jonah Capriati makes a good blocker save there on Jacket Smallwood, the All-Canadian rookie and the Canada West Rookie of the Year.
He's been, I think, the second best forward here for University of Alberta Golden Bears here tonight. Really a strong 200-foot game. Great speed, plays with pace, smart, responsible. That's the type of guy you can build a program around for, what, 2 or 3 years that he's going to be at the University of Alberta to finish off his degree.
Brassard tries to make a second attempt to get that one out. It will hop back now, and it's played there by Frederick. He'll send it in near side corner boards. Curtis Henry will field it off the boards. He's pressured there. He's able to get it to Maximovich. Maximovich will start it up through the neutral zone. Here's Maximovich, rink wide feet. Shea will drag and lose it on the second toe drag attempt, and Fontaine will pick it up. He'll sauce one across, played in there by Prokop. Prokop blocked by Henry. He'll guide him into the boards. He's able to kick it back up. Fontaine couldn't handle it. Davidson in behind the goal. Here comes Fontaine. Tries to play it. TJ Shea will intercept inside the blue line. Tries to keep it alive. The second attempt comes out. It's on the stick of Ladigan. Ladigan drops one back there to Davidson. Davidson to Fontaine. Fontaine tries to get it to Prezuzzo, and Candela will fumble it, then get it off to TJ Shea. Shea battling there. Good on the stick, but Prezuzzo wins the battle. Here's Volkan up over the line. Gets it to Prezuzzo, fires and scores! Tyler Prezuzzo lets one rip in the slot up over the glove of Jonah Capriati. 4-0 Golden Bears.
Oh, there's the Nolan Volkan, Tyler Prezuzzo. They were deadly yesterday against the Windsor Lancers, and Prezuzzo sort of come to life. We talked about him being a little quieter in this game. Strips the puck from Connor McCachran as Volkan drove through him. Drove hard to the net. Watch this, heads up, going up. The puck's rolling a little bit. Quick up, right up over the shoulder of Jonah Capriati. Once again, not much chance there for Capriati, and now it is the former Medicine Hat Tiger, Vancouver Giant, Tyler Prezuzzo, capitalized. But once again, the good workmanlike effort of Nolan Volkan to create the opportunity, get it in, gain the line. Prezuzzo comes in, recognizes there's a loose puck, jumps on it, makes no mistake to make this a 4-0 game.
6:55 left to go here in the third period. 4-0 Golden Bears lead. Looking to finalize their ticket. The ink is printing on their ticket towards the championship game tomorrow against the UNB Reds. Smallwood to Pilon. He'll send it rink wide. Darian Pilon will skate into it. Can't stick it away. Curtis Henry sidesteps a body check there at the blue line from Volkan back to Pilon. He'll send it across. Smallwood will fire again. Another block shot in front. A 4-goal lead in the Golden Bears. Not scared to hop in front of those pucks. It's a full team buy-in here for Ian Herber's group. Here's Antropov back to Pilon. One hand on the stick. Weave will play it in. Capriati tries to leave it there for McCachran. He'll battle with Weave. In comes Trolley. Great Pilon working against McGregor. Comes back and McCachran takes a whack at it. Pekka can't glove it down through the neutral zone. Trolley will blow a wheel over a snow snake there, and it's played in. That'll be icing with 5:59 left to go here in the third period.
I'd like to get a little chat with Steve Knowles and see if he can somehow retrieve some information on when's the last time that a team did not allow a goal in the U-Sport tournament, because the Alberta Golden Bears right now are sitting on a potential record in terms of no goals allowed in this tournament. That doesn't happen very often.
Brassard tries to take a shot. He'll fan on it, and it will come back up top to him again. He'll tee up a slap shot that time, and the stick will disintegrate on Matt Brassard. Offside will be the whistle as Brule will give an extra whack there to Frederick, and he'll put the Panthers down again, 5-on-4 with 5:44 left to go in the third period.
Discipline, discipline, discipline.
It's really crept back into the Panthers
well,
game
it has. I mean, and you're looking at U of A, they haven't bitten on anything other than the one time when Zach Beauregard went in and Jaden Platts, of course, took justifiable exception to the unwelcoming nature of Zach Beauregard, if you will, but you know, it's all part of it. Too many opportunities that they've given. That takes you any momentum. Doesn't allow you. You're always playing on your heels in those situations, right? If you're taking penalties, especially at the careless variety. It's one thing if you're taking really good penalties, that tends to motivate a penalty kill. If you have a well-deserved penalty, you tend to say, you know what, boys, let's bear it down a little bit more. A lot of these ones here tonight were the kind of the life-sucking careless ones. That's something the Panthers are going to have to tend to more in their game against UQTR, because they'll make you pay in the power play as well.
There's Prokop, he'll fire in front. That one's off the body of Patterson, who's got the screen. Here's Davidson. Over to Fontaine. Fontaine driving the goal, looking for a lane. He'll go to the backhand and just sail that one wide on the glove-hand side of Capriati. Fontaine closed off by Pekka, able to get the puck to Prokop. Here's Patterson. Over to Smallwood. Here's Jack and Smallwood, top of the circle. Near side boards, plays it across to Prokop. Prokop gets it across, back across the grain to Davidson. Davidson swirls it up top, gets it to Fontaine. Fontaine looking for a lane. He'll find Smallwood, who will fire one, and I think that one might have caught Jonah Capriati off the mask again. Smallwood trying to make a play. Pekka will pick it off. He'll get it as far as the neutral zone. Quick turn. Here's Smallwood dropping it off. Fontaine finds a stick of Prokop. Antropov able to nullify that opportunity. It'll roll into the slot area. Smallwood to Fontaine. Across, one-time blast from Plouffe. Blocked in front by Ian Smallwood and sent down by the Panthers.
Good job there by the Panthers, collapsing in front once again. Danil Antropov coming hot off the bench. Took away a good scoring chance from Jacob Smallwood in the top of the slot. Couple good block shots. Panthers are out of trouble.
Here's Prezuzzo up over the line. He'll dish it off to Volcan. Volcan will send it down. Smallwood closed off by Prezuzzo. It's kicked loose. And played back by Florchuk to Plouffe. Plouffe driving down, tries to cross seam and pass, and knocked down by Florchuk back up top, and unable to keep that puck in. There is Frederick. He'll get it to Plouffe. Plouffe to Volcan. We're back to five-a-side hockey here inside East Link Center with 3:44 left to go. Rule out of the box. Tries to filter one into TJ Shea. He'll battle with Ladigan. Ladigan sweeping in. Rule gets it off to Shea, and he gets it back. Broussard outside the zone. He'll flip it back in. It's knocked down by Sakowicz. Plays it rink wide over to Joel Sexsmith, and Sexsmith able to get around Shea, but he blows a wheel. Here's Shea. He fired one, and Berlin was there to knock it away. TJ Shea streaking towards the goal, trying to end that shutout streak. La Jeunesse up over the blue line for the Panthers. Gets one into Maximovich. He'll spin away. Here's Maximovich. Tries to feed it. Find La Jeunesse streaking in from behind the goal. McEachran to Maximovich. Back up top. Here's Broussard. Broussard over to McEachran. McEachran will slap one. Connor McEachran gets the Panthers on the board with 2:49 left to go in the third period, ending that shutout streak of the Alberta Golden Bears and giving the fans something to cheer about.
Well, a little bit of energy, see if they can generate something here at the end. Again, that front presence, 2 or 3 Alberta bodies who had collapsed back. You can see them making it difficult. TJ Shea doing the same thing, getting in the eyes of Matt Berlin. TJ Shea had a good chance earlier. One Island boy could not convert. The other Island boy, he could convert and get it done here to get the Panthers, give them some measure of hope with 2:43 remaining in this game.
So Maximovich and Broussard on the assist to get the Panthers on the board on the Connor McEachran goal. They're down by 3, 2:43 left to go here in the third period. They need a miracle, but the opportunity, the mountain got a little bit smaller, Norman.
A little bit smaller. There's a little bit of polar melting going on there, but you know, the reality is there's still 3 goals in 2:45.
Against this team is a tough ass, but here's La Jeunesse up over the line, gets it over to Maximovich, but again, another great defensive play that time. It was Dylan Plouffe.
Collective effort once again on the part of the Alberta Golden Bears. closing off the hole, recognizing you got the dangerous Maximovich going in. Seal it off. Take care of business.
Broussard will send it in, but it's off the linesman, and Plouffe able to control it there. Gets it through, and it's sent down, but Broussard will knock it just at the blue line. Plays one through the middle of the ice. Caleb Pearson will skate into it. Drop one back. Pico comes rink wide over to Marr, who's replacing Beauregard here in this second line. Marr towards the goal. Pearson got a whack at it. Put it out, and Berlin was there tracking across. Goaltender out of the net here for the Panthers. They're 6-on-5. McKinnon down in behind the goal. Works it back up top. Here's Pico. Pico over to Candela. Candela tipped in front through the blue paint there. Marr to Pearson in behind the goal. Gets it off. Candela will fire on the back of the net. Pearson trying to whack it free. It's rimmed around the horseshoe and into the Golden Bears bench there, as I believe that one might have caught. He's holding the Ian Herbers on the side of the head there in the Alberta Golden Bear bench. It's a little bit of friendly fire.
Nice. He's taking a few of them over the course of his time. You see Capriati looking on the bench. He's nothing to hold his head off, or he can hold his head high for a valiant effort here tonight. All the goals were good here for U of A. They earned them. Can't pin anything on Capriati for that. He was solid when he had to be. Just wasn't good enough. Number 39's had a great year. Alberta was just a little bit better in this game here.
Smallwood comes in and wins that face-off. La Jeunesse in there with Shea. That one's chipped back out. 1:08 left to go here in the third period. Broussard. As that puck on his stick streaking through center, he'll play it down in on Berlin. He'll stop it and leave it there for Sexsmith. Sexsmith taken into the corner by Pearson. Back up top, here's Henry. He'll fire traffic in front. That one will bleed wide. Maximovich on the puck retrieval, gets it back to Broussard. To Maximovich, he turns and fires, and Plouffe again to block that one. Here's Smallwood, tries to make a play at the blue line. Henry able to keep that puck in as Smallwood. There's a shot in, and we'll get a whistle at the line. So it's 4-1 for the Golden Bears here with 37.1 seconds. This isn't it for the UPEI Panthers. They'll take on the UQTR Patriot tomorrow at 1 o'clock for a bronze medal Atlantic Standard Time. You can see that game here on CBCSports.ca.
Unless we get some kind of Johnny Nelson miracle coming down in the last 37 seconds. It looks like that's going to be the matchup here. It's going to be a short turnaround time for the Panthers. That's going to be, you know, not having played 25 games, they're going to be coming back 3 games in, 60 hours, you know. So that'll be a test for them. Of course, the Patriot having a little bit more rest, having played at 1 o'clock this afternoon. The Panthers are going to have to go home, get shelved, get ready, well fed, get a good night's rest to be ready for that game.
La Jeunesse tried to get a shot away, and sprawling down there was Tyler Prezuzzo to get a stick on it. 30 seconds left to go. 6-on-5. Here's La Jeunesse. Sauces one across. Shea lets it go off the board. Pearson drags, fires, and just whistles one on the blocker side. Henry keeps it into the zone. Shea down in the corner, tries to center one out. Another rolling puck. That one's bounced off the glass and into the penalty box area. 11.8 seconds left to go here. 4-1, the Alberta Golden Bears. We talked about it in the pregame, Norman. A storied final. 2 of the most prestigious teams in U Sports men's hockey.
Yeah, well, you know, if you're looking for marquee matchups, you know, I mean, either one would have been a marquee matchup. It would have been, you know, looking at 2 AUS rivals going head-to-head on home soil. But hey, if you're a hockey fan, U of A, UND, both teams playing, you know, we're looking at two teams, not only strong, storied franchises, but who are all kicking on both kicking on all cylinders. And so if you're a hockey fan, doesn't matter whether you're cheering for whatever team, either come out live here at the Eastlink Center, you're going to be treated to a heck of a hockey game. Or tune in here, CBC Sports Live, CBC Gem. You know, it's going to be a wrap-up here to a tremendous tournament, tremendous successfully tremendously successful tournament here in Charlottetown, and one that a lot of people can be proud of, not only in terms of the offerings that were made, the quality of play, and you know what? The Panthers have an opportunity to do something they haven't done since 1965, as the Alberta Golden Bears are not going to go and... Wow.
No handshake from the Alberta Golden Bears. Jaden Peck is going to go to the red line and engage. Dalen Grohl is going to come over. As the boos rain through the Eastlink Center here, that's not very sportsmanlike of the University of Alberta Golden Bears here on home ice in Charlottetown.
I don't know what the reason for that. I mean, one of the things you and I have talked about when we've seen the games that have gone on, teams have played hard, but at the end of the day, there's been a level. It's one of those long-standing, traditional respect things that happens in the game of hockey is see assistant coach Dallas Ansel getting involved in the fray too as well, but I don't know what the reasoning for that is, but you know, the thing is that you've got, as I said, one of the long-standing traditions in hockey is that regardless of what the outcome is on the ice, you meet at center ice, you exchange your pleasantries, you say goodbye. You know, a lot of players would have played against one another growing up, and they didn't have, you know, they get the opportunity to sort of see one another, give the pats on the back, whatever it might be. But I don't know what Ian Herbert's decision. He's the only one that can answer to that question. But it obviously did not sit well here with the fans at the Eastlink Center, nor the UPEI Panthers, as we see Curtis Henry.
He's the player of the game, Nike player of the game here for the UPEI Panthers.
And the Nike performer of the game from the Alberta Golden Bears, number 17,
It's unfortunate those boos aren't from Matt Fontaine's play, I can tell you.
I'll tell you what, anybody that's in the building tomorrow night, they may have just become UNB Reds
fans in a hurry is right. And, you know, Matt Fontaine is certainly a player of the game here for Alberta. The captain was outstanding here in tonight's game, but, you know, you got to give full marks here to the Alberta Golden Bears program. They come in, they've been on a mission here in this whole tournament to try and retain the glory that they have. It's unfortunate in my mind, Bo, that it ends on this note because it kind of leaves a sour taste in people's mouths. Certainly leaves a sour taste in a lot of the fans coming in. But the reality is we've got a tremendous game coming here tomorrow. It's going to be two storied franchises that are going to be playing off against one another. And like I said earlier, if you're a fan of hockey, come on out and see it because it's going to be a great game. Two teams that are playing at their at peak performance right now, and get a ticket, watch online, whatever it may be, but don't miss this game here tomorrow.
And don't forget about tomorrow afternoon. The UPEI Panthers are set to do battle with the defending champions in the quarterfinals, the UQTR Patriot. From the Eastlink Center, Alberta Golden Bears 4, UPEI Panthers 1.
Sports on CBC, les championnats U-Sport.
Brought to you in part by, vous êtes présenté par Nike Team, Just Do It. Faites-le. Barron, exclusive supplier of U-Sports championship rings. Le fournisseur exclusif des bagues de championnat U-Sport. Fox 40, celebrating a decade of the Fox 40 U-Sports Coach of the Year program. Fier partenaire des prix de l'entraîneur de l'année U-Sport depuis 10 ans. By Veraburn, proud medical supplier to university sports since 1979. Fier partenaire du sport universitaire depuis 1979. The Government of Canada, le gouvernement du Canada. And by Cavendish Farms. Enjoy the game day taste at home with Cavendish Farms. Profitez des saveurs de jour de match chez vous avec les frites Les Fermes Cavendish.